It was the money from Alaska that got us down to California.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to Hawaii. I'm going to Yellowstone. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. I'm going up to Oregon.
Booked with a lot of
Yeah,
and after a high-speed pursuit.
after a high speed race, yeah.
Okay. How fast are you going?
At this point, probably like upwards of miles per hour. Cottage cheese, refried beans, and Doritos. I'm telling you right there, as soon as the dog's pulled up, I'm like, I'm not getting bit. And then if you do something to a dog, it's injuring an officer. And I don't know how you don't do something when you're getting bit.
Like, who knew you could just invent a new pasta? Even though I was destroying my body with, like, bad, like, mostly I was, like, hibernating so much, so maybe I can add on, like, 20 years to my life. Like, at the end,
At the
right?
end, yeah.
Because now I just kind of started, you know what I mean?
Rolling with my mind, they got lost it though. I've been chilling with some people like what went it wrong. We've been blowing out the speakers, feel like they explode. I'ma pull out all the secrets like a centerfold.
Guys, welcome back. I am so happy to be here with my very good friend, one of my best friends. First friend I can actually remember making was him and Brandon Hoyes. It is my friend, Patrick Faust.
What's
I
up,
love
everybody?
him. He's had some crazy experiences. Some of our 9 lives have intertwined, and just seeing things that a lot of people don't. Going a lot of places people won't and maybe don't want to go, for the good and bad. So we're going to just talk about a bunch of stuff today. I'm glad you're here. Welcome back. I know it's been like a month or two. I'm just doing this for fun because I love it. You know, we're going places. We're having fun with it. So tune in every time we do it. Please like, share, subscribe if you want some more. It's a blessing to me every time I see it. It really is. It means a lot to me. We put in work. We put in work. So anyways, without further ado, let's just jump on to some shit. We're just gonna talk right naturally right now about how I'm feeling, bro. The planets are weird, are they not? Do you feel like that something's like a little just like high energy in the atmosphere? Or is it just me being like a manic or something?
No, I mean, I think that I think there's been a lot of good things going on. And I think that, you know, especially for like our Bloomsburg group, we all grew up together.
True, yeah.
Like right now, there's a positive like shift that's been going on in a lot of our friends' lives. We came from like a lot of like desperate, hard, trying times, and I think that right now, like we're all sharing like a pretty much uplifting.
Connection. Damn, that's so fire. Yeah, that's also brings me to a point since we're on that, bro. I've kind of felt like I know this isn't true. I hate to feel like this sometimes, but I feel like I let my homies down sometimes in the past because I feel like if like I'm an idiot. I feel like if I would have been like clean, they'd be like this dumb is clean. You know, I've always been like a goofball. It's like, so if this idiot can say clean, then I feel like they would have like tried to bring themselves to it. Like I feel like you can be catalysts for your people. So basically what I'm saying is I feel like I was a bad leader because I feel like I did have a leadership role in my crew sometimes and I didn't lead them good, which is stupid to feel, right? But it's just interesting perspective. Cuz like you said, now that's like I feel like look at you. Jacked, healthy, both of us healthy, living like lots of heroin and drugs and wrong and bad was in our life, and we're out the gutter. And I hope it inspires people to do the same thing because it's like just literally what you make it, you know?
Yeah. Your life, your vibrations are what you're putting out there too. The vibrations that you're getting back are what you're putting out there. So when you're going out there stealing and using drugs, you're gonna get the being stolen from and
Right.
having bad experiences with drugs, having withdrawal, having moments of despair, having moments of just low self-esteem. I mean, and that the problem was none of us really sought to be role models.
True.
You know, we became role models in our community and in our friend groups, but
Maybe.
it wasn't even about being role models.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like
It's like rep, right? Was it rep
no,
basically though,
it was
kind of?
It was just Bloom. We grew up stealing and taking because a lot of stuff wasn't handed to us, and we grew up in a confusing time.
True.
I mean, we grew up in a generation where we watched people jump out of buildings and kill themselves on TV.
True.
In elementary school.
Third graders?
Yeah, as third
That's
graders.
true.
And then we grew up watching schools get shot, and then we grew up watching small town America fall apart during the recession and the housing bubble crisis,
Mm-hmm.
and then the flood that came through and destroyed our town. You know, we went through like a lot of traumatic things in just a small amount of time, constantly in construction in all of our schools. So I think
I forgot about that. Our whole high school career, we had just construction. There was just like no ceilings. Like everything was crazy. Shout out Lil Wayne. No ceilings.
Yeah, no ceilings. Yeah,
Bro,
no,
that was crazy.
and seriously, and I think that contributes. Like a lot of people are talking about these ACE exams where they grow up and they realize about childhood trauma is causing a lot of health issues, not just mental health but also physical health.
Wow.
It causes higher likelihood of cancer, heart attacks, lower life expectancy, and it's proven that it's indiscriminable across all races and ethnicity. These results for these ACE exams.
What is an ACE exam? Because I don't even know. Maybe people don't know.
You know, I'd have to look this up to give you the proper
Well,
definition.
it's fine. We don't have a Jamie here yet, so we could just Jamie, look that up.
So the ACE is the Adverse Childhood Experience. It's a test, is a measure of traumatic experiences that examines the relationships between adverse childhood experiences and adult health and social outcomes.
Jeez.
Examples of ACEs include family separation, mental or physical abuse.
Hmm.
So, and it's proven that this was very easy to see results, that the more traumatic events you have in your life growing up in childhood, the more problems you have as an adult in your health, both mental and physical.
Damn, that's crazy. I actually never heard that.
Yeah. No,
That's insane. I never knew there was even such a test. So I wonder, are they just going to the hospital? Oh, they probably asked people to like do that for science, right?
I'm pretty sure it was done originally in California. I think San Francisco, I want to say.
That's how you would know about it. What's on your shirt?
Okay, so now back to, I guess like who I am. So I first went out to California at 18, and this is Humboldt County. So I went out there. We talked about Brandon. Boys, we grew up together since elementary school. So Brandon and I went up to Alaska, and we worked on a commercial salmon fishing boat. And when we did this right out of high school. We were young. We were looking for something to do. We both like the outdoors.
Okay, so let's just I'm going to backtrack a little bit just to break it down for him a little bit. So Brandon was our friend who was just an amazing guy, super, super about taking the roads like less seen and like experiencing things that are just like once in a lifetime. So he would always like not press, but he would inspire you to want to do that in your life. Like he's one of the persons that made me realize that you can do anything in the world if you keep your head high and you keep going forward and you just talk and you like you said earlier, the energy you put out is what you receive, right?
Yeah.
So Brandon was always doing that. So he had asked me one time, come out to Alaska, work on this sport fishing resort with me. And I was like, hell yeah. And so it similarly happened to Pat, but that was before my time. And that was when he was like, if you guys have ever seen The Deadliest Catch, it's literally like The Deadliest Catch, like these boats out there on the Alaskan Sea. Like, and he was telling me you guys would walk up to docks and just like ask people for jobs. Like he said he started out as a dockhand basically on a boat on a little shore town in Alaska. And
Yeah,
so that's where the story is right now.
Yeah, so we got out of high school and Brandon went up there the first year and he worked with Phil on the Kuleana. So Brandon worked on the Kuleana. It was a fiberglass boat. And we got up there in 2012 and we refiberglassed the boat, which was like a $20,000 job.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember he was weatherizing boats and stuff, right?
Dewinterizing. And winterizing. Yeah,
okay.
so you would dewinterize the boat so it sits there. So you have to just prep it.
Mm-hmm.
These are diesel engines. They sit around. So there's maintenance that you do to engines. You bleed the lines before you store them. You have to, refill out all the gas tanks and everything like that. There's other little things.
Shout out to boat owners.
Yeah, shout out to boat owners.
Okay, so go on.
So we redid this fiberglass boat, which is a pain. I mean, if you ever worked with fiberglass, you know just how terrible it is. And you're sanding fiberglass and you're patching holes and
itchy stuff.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like basically insulation, but in a form that's
And
hardens.
glue.
And glue.
It's glass and glue. So
all right, so you're working for this guy, and what happens?
So we work for Phil, and Phil offers me a 0.5%, which verbally he'd offered me 5%. So, this was one of the experiences that kind of drove Brandon and I so close. I looked at Brandon and I said, I'm going to have to quit the boat. Right? I'm going to have to quit.
Yeah.
No other, 0.5%, it's going to be just enough money for a plane
And what you're talking about is 0.5% of what you guys get, or for the refinish?
of the haul.
Yeah, okay,
so,
of the haul, exactly.
So what they're bringing in maybe 300,000 pounds for a Highliner. You're getting about $1 to $1.50.
3,000 pounds of fish?
300,000 pounds of salmon.
Of salmon in Alaska.
Salmon. Yeah.
We can catch a can?
Well, no, this was in Naknek.
A Naknek, okay.
Yeah, this is Naknek. So there's 2 main boat docks there.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Leader Creek boat dock, and then there's the Red Salmon boat dock.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all the King Salmon Airport.
Yeah, those salmon are huge. They get like this big out there. I've seen salmon bigger than an old lady, like literally out there. It's insane.
Huge. Yeah.
So you said, I'm gonna quit this, and what happened?
So we quit the boat, and we ended up getting a job on the little casino. We worked for the little casino for Bruce Carson for a little bit over a month, and we caught 100,000 pounds of salmon in that month.
Wow.
20,000 pounds of salmon on the 4th of July.
Do you remember? Jesus. Do you remember how much you roughly made?
So I made about $3,500.
Wow.
And Brandon made about 55 because it was his second year, and he worked a lot harder than me.
Mm-hmm. Did he?
Oh, Brandon
was a workhorse, man.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
I wasn't.
Hoys. You'll hear me call him Hoys too.
Yeah,
I was just
Hoys,
Hoys, yeah. But he's a workhorse, man.
Yeah,
Go on though.
Yeah. So we get done with the boat. We get done with Alaska, and it was just such a crazy story. It was like one of my first experiences ever.
Mm-hmm.
Hitchhiking.
Okay, so you hitchhiked out in Alaska too?
Yeah,
because that's what I wanted to say also. Just, while we're noting on Hoys and how dope he was, him like hitchhiking on train or just hopping trains and stuff out in California and just like making that like a little vacation for a while and like learning the ins and outs of train hopping. Like he told you about that, I'm sure. Like different colored bandanas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
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 So it's so cool. I want to jump off a little bit though, because this is so far back and it's crazy to think that this is like, but you were so innocent. Think about how innocent you were, you know what I mean?
12 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, so innocent, bro. Just children. Like, how old were you then?
Well, I was 19.
19, yeah.
I don't even think I might have just turned 19, or I wasn't 19 yet.
Baby to the world, bro. And then, so I'm going to touch on what recently the most crazy one of your lives. I just call them lives because it's like there's so many walks. There's so many walks in life. And like your 9 lives are like, it reminds me to appreciate your life no matter where it is, and it could change any day for like the good or the bad, depending how you walk, because we've experienced both sides of that, so it just really is something that's like in my life. And I think it's like so beautiful, and it's crazy to think like, dude, and then you were out in California just meeting people and all this stuff. I'm not going to tell your story for you, but then it brings you to your most crazy experience where you were actually booked with a lot of marijuana.
Yeah, marijuana, yeah.
And after a high-speed pursuit.
After a high-speed chase, yeah.
Okay.
So
wait, hold on before you just jump on this, because I really want to know too. Like, in how many years exactly did they give you at first for this after you got busted? Like, what was the original that you were trying to say?
Oh, the original number?
Yeah.
I think the original number was 10 years.
Wow. What'd you do? 4?
I think it was 5 to 10.
And
I got a 3.5 to 8.
3.5 to 8.
Yeah.
And then you did a bunch of programs and stuff. So. Yeah, let's talk about that, because I know people want to hear about that. We just jumped off on Alaska and sport fishing. Well, I wanted to reel them in a little bit. Like, there's going to be so many topics on this
commercial
episode.
Fishing.
Exactly.
Commercial fishing.
Oh, yeah, what'd I say? Sport fishing?
Yeah,
my bad. That's what I was.
Way different.
Yeah, for real. You're not paying $3,000 to get on a
No.
boat and have someone fish for you.
No. Yeah, and we fish with nets.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
But we're back on the Alaskan fish topic. Okay, so yeah, tell us about the craziest adventure you recently had.
Well, that's funny because every single one of my adventures is tied together.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The story's like bing, 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 bing.
Like a rope with all the minor threads in it that turn it together, that are weaved together to make the one single cord. It was the money from Alaska that got us down to California.
Okay, let's go.
So we got about $9,000 altogether. And Brandon calls me up from Sacramento and he says, "Pat, you have to get out here." Like,
he had already went down.
Yeah, Hoyes would say this stuff to me all the time.
I know,
Like,
he called me too.
Dude, like, Pat, you got to get here. Like, you got to. So I'd be like, all right. So I looked at my mom and I'm like, "Mom, you got to buy me this fucking plane ticket."
Yeah.
So I get this plane ticket and I fly out and meet Brandon in Sacramento, in West Sacramento, in 2012. And we went into a concert, and these guys ended up telling us it's harvest season in Humboldt County, California. that's where you have to go. You have to go to Humboldt County, California. And to me, I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you're just like, what?
like there's this one county that you have to go to. Like,
what? Like it's so beautiful? Or?
like wait, like where do you go? You know what I mean? So we get a bus ticket, right? When we get this bus ticket, we get off the bus in Eureka, California, and it ends up leading me to meeting and networking with a bunch of people in an area where, at the time, the majority of the marijuana for our country and for our world was produced.
Damn. Yeah, because that was before, like, medical was basically everywhere and before recreational, for sure. That was literally, like, the dark ages of marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah, and pounds were worth a lot of money, and
Mm-hmm.
it started being like a thing where, you know, for fun, just kind of like more so for sport fishing than commercial fishing. We were going out there and we were
That's such a good analogy.
so we were more so pulling in small amounts and you know, doing little things. It was actually bring it back.
Then bringing the fish back.
yeah, and then bringing the fish
Because
back.
it paid more out here on the East Coast.
Because and
Exactly.
and that's the thing. You know, marijuana in California was so
Everywhere.
it was so flooded. The market
Mhm.
for marijuana was oversaturated with product, and it became so readily available and so easy to find,
Yeah.
especially back in those days,
Mm-hmm.
that you could make so much money. It was so lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
And back here with the group of people that we grew up with, it just became a natural thing. Like, it wasn't even anything.
Yeah, like that was crazy. It's just like, because we were like smoking weed before, like everyone was smoking. Not
Yeah.
before everyone, but like before it was like
Before it was
quote
cool.
unquote mainstream, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and people, I remember people used to like make fun of me in school for smoking weed. I'd be
Yeah.
like, bro, you're an idiot. I'm like, you're so
Oh, you're
dumb.
a stoner. And like,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
like,
like a
what?
thing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, okay, dude. I was like, yeah, come see me in 20 years.
Yeah.
And they have. They were like,
Yeah.
dude, don't smoke weed. I won't name drop them, bro. But it's so ridiculous. They're good people. And I'm just like, yeah, I told you. Like, we were at a party. It was weird. Not weird. It was random.
Yeah.
But sorry I interrupted you. Go on.
No, you're good.
So the weed, yeah. So weed's everywhere. People are basically just trying to give it to you.
Yeah.
To
Well,
get rid of. Like,
you know, back then it was a little bit expensive.
yeah.
It was. And back then we were so young, we didn't have a car.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine just take this into your imagination right here. Just take this into conceptualization, that you are in a place, in a state 2,000 miles away, 2,500 miles away from your hometown, in a state that you know only one other person in,
Mm-hmm.
your best friend who's right next to you. Me and Brandon only knew each other, with no car and a small amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and living each day just for the day itself.
Yeah, literally. It's exciting. It sounds exciting though.
It
It is.
was.
It's freeing. It's a freeing feeling when you're just out there free in the world, just living literally every day, just living, making money. It is amazing. I experienced that in Colorado when I ran to Colorado. That's a different story. Go on.
So one of the times, I'll bring this up and then I'll fast forward to right where we're at.
Okay.
One of the times in this small little town that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
there's a guy out in the center of the town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a cop comes out and he starts writing tickets for smoking cigarettes.
What town was it? In Humboldt.
Arcata.
Oh, Arcata. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're at the Arcata Plaza.
Mhm.
If you've ever heard of it, you know.
Yeah.
Me and Hoyes are at the Arcata Plaza. We're smoking a bong
Mm-hmm. On the
with
street.
with a turkey. No, yeah, in the park.
Yeah.
With
oh, yeah,
cops right
definitely.
next to us. We're smoking a bong with a turkey bag, which is a large size basic sandwich baggie of marijuana in a backpack, but just sitting out. And the cop comes up and writes a ticket for somebody smoking a cigarette right there,
Mhm.
and didn't even touch us for smoking marijuana with the marijuana visible.
Whoa. That's crazy.
That was my first experience, like where I was like, wow, like
What? Yeah.
this is 2012, and there's certain parts of our country where marijuana is not that criminalized.
Yeah, for real, it's like not a big deal.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it's insane out there in Cali. Like when I remember that and just feeling like, that's like the free world out there, you know. And then back, it's like the East Coast is so like locked up and like it's literally like communist when it came to weed. I swear, it's just the light and dark. And I realized that when I went out west too. Like it just feels lighter out there, and I think it's because they've been smoking weed for so long.
Oh yeah.
You know, people are just more just hot, and the sunshine. It's different.
Well, it's a different culture. I mean, there's a lot of agriculture culture out there,
Mm.
but it's a lot of I don't know, more community driven.
Mm-hmm.
The smaller areas up there are more community driven. Around here, alcohol and strip mining has destroyed a lot of our areas.
Damn, it has. I was gonna say that coal mine
Yeah,
and
coal
then
mining.
alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol factories.
Some factories are decent.
No,
but-
there's good factories, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
we live in a area that is remembered for its coal mines and factories.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh's known for its steel.
And they're not really like around anymore, coal mines like that.
Yeah, and now they're the factories.
Mm.
So we're in a recessive area.
Yeah, that's true. Geopolitical shit right there.
And that's why we're in a less happy and a less thriving environment. And that's also chosen by government. I mean, there could be different things.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to
so much. Yeah. No, so much economics. But hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tall Bob looks at the cop and says,
Oh, Bob.
"Yeah, because the cop's writing somebody a ticket
yeah.
for smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
and leaving us for smoking marijuana." He goes, "You wouldn't know the difference between peanut butter and marmalade."
To the cop.
Yeah. Which is funny. I mean,
It is
marmalade's
funny.
like a
It's
thick.
you definitely know. That
Yeah.
You're supposed to put them together and eat it.
Yeah. It's like between a jelly and a peanut butter.
What the cops say.
So nothing. The cops out there, or whatever. But
Mhm.
so fast forward, I go back out to that little town and I get arrested, and I do time in California. I do time in Humboldt County.
Mm.
In jail. I was in the 585, which is a block where people that are doing a little bit more time fighting federal or state cases go to. So the block was a little bit more run like a state or federal jail in California, which, if you know about jails in California, they're a lot different than jails here in Pennsylvania. It's a lot of gangs, it's a lot of fighting. And that actually, honestly, was probably my first moment of maturing, was that jail time.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's
Just
where I started.
slapped you into reality kind of quick.
I went to jail 150 pounds. I got out 180. I've never been less than 180 pounds in my life
Damn.
since then. Like, I was 150 pounds when I graduated high school. I've never been less than 180 pounds. Typically, I'm weighing right around 200.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a big boy.
Yeah, I'm bigger now. So what happened was, as these years go by, I start learning and honing a skill
Mm.
of negotiation, brokering deals, and learning the product. So as I've learned marijuana, I've learned, machine trimming, hand trimming, the difference
Okay.
between well kept and, stored in a barn,
Mm.
how it was dried, how it was cured, was it cured?
Because it's becoming a real industry out there, and it's also was a real industry in the like black market field. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you were just like learning the business side of that.
Well, it's funny, a lot of the people that we dealt with were in the regular recreational industry, medicinal industry back then. They were in the medicinal industry.
Mm.
They were growing medicinal marijuana.
Yeah, and then just cutting the back door open too.
Man, but there's so much surplus.
Yeah, exactly.
If you grow 99 plants and they're growing them outdoors and you're getting 3 to 5 pounds a plant,
Mm-hmm.
you get 500 pounds in one cut. You can't, it's very hard.
Hey, bring it to me, brother.
Yeah.
I smoke it.
It's very hard for people to smoke a pound a year,
Yeah.
let alone 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I end up, being able to procure decent priced units of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
And through this, I begin to, on the side, make this my part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, as I begin to make money and I start getting carried away almost.
Mm.
I mean, one thing leads to another, and with marijuana back then, this is, you're going back 7 years, 7+ years, actually. I think 2016 would have been the first little bit of years during this story, during this part of this leading up to me being arrested started, was in about 2016. Marijuana was still worth about $2,500 to $3,000 a pound back here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it was going for $1,200, $1,800 out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a decent margin there
Yeah.
for your profit. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't want to sound like we're condoning any of this. Actually, let me just say that real quick. This story is beautiful to see, like how low or like the bad choices you can make that seem good in an instant, and then you can reflect on those. So it's like crazy that now you're like have your own business doing lawn care and tree trimming, and you're really just a high functioning person in society like myself.
Yeah.
So it's just like crazy to see these stories, and I just want to say that for the public. This is not to encourage it or to sound cool. Just a wild story. We've made some wild choices, all of us, and we like to hear about them. So go on now. So you were getting units for cheap, and the margins are good.
Yeah, so if you're doubling up every single pound of marijuana you get, one thing leads to another. I got carried away. I went from buying enough to supply for friends
Mm.
and maybe family or whatever, very close friends, for a year and myself,
Mhm.
to then wanting to supply more, and it grew so quickly I didn't even notice.
Mm.
And I got carried away, and I ended up, towards the end of it, I ended up having my own house in California,
Mhm.
and we had the Klamathon wildfire, and
Just
that's
for packaging and stuff.
no, I lived there.
Oh, you live there.
Yeah.
Okay. And the wildfire? What about
The
it?
Klamathon wildfire happened. It was a 40,000 acre fire where actually somebody lost their life up there.
Wow.
We got evacuated. It was a state of emergency.
Damn.
Yeah, which is crazy, and that's actually caused us to not continue on with the house.
Mm.
And because of that, I started going back into transporting marijuana again, which leads us to this story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the road, and I'm driving back, and I had approximately 75 pounds of marijuana on me.
Mm-hmm.
It was enough for me to make enough money where I could then have the life I wanted and walk away from everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my goal the whole entire time,
Yeah.
was to have an end amount of money and to
Right.
leave.
And then you get caught up because it starts getting real fast.
It starts getting real fast.
Yeah.
And the life's
And the life's fun.
oh, you're on planes.
Not glorifying it, but you're doing really crazy
I'm
shit.
going to Hawaii. I'm going to Yellowstone. I'm going to the Grand
Mhm.
Canyon. I'm going up to Oregon.
Sucks you in.
Yeah, to the Umpqua Hot Springs, where you're literally sitting on a hot spring on a mountainside looking down in a valley.
Oh, I love those hot springs like that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Riding four-wheelers in Borrego Springs out in California, out in the desert.
Mm-hmm. So fun. I can't wait to be on my RV tour, let me just say. But
Yeah.
go on with the story.
And I want to talk to you about this RV
Yeah,
tour.
yeah. They need to hear this. I need to hear it too.
So I end up getting in the car with a large amount of marijuana in the car, and me and another person, me and my co-defendant, Naz, drive back, and we get pulled over in town. And as we get pulled over, the cops come up. And now this is a real experience if you've ever been in this.
Like you were at a light and they were just behind you or what?
So I was at a stop sign, but what happened was I got off the Interstate 80 up at, there's a Walmart there, and I got on to Lunger Drive.
Right.
And I drove straight onto Lunger Drive, which takes you the back way to Fernville, and they followed me.
Mm-hmm.
And they hit their lights after I hadn't done anything, and I know I hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes up, and there's two officers, a special agent and Edgar, are head of the drug task force for Bloomsburg.
So you just pulled over.
Pulled over, yep. And they
Yeah.
come up, and instantly very aggressive, very hostile situation to be in. They've got two ARs Velcro to their chest, and they're being aggressive, demanding the window to be rolled down, and then reaching in within the first couple seconds, demanding the car to be turned off. And my car, luckily, was maybe unluckily, I guess, was a push to start.
Wait. What about so when they pull you over? What do they say? License, registration.
Well, I said I've got all my paperwork. Everything is legitimate and
Uh-huh.
legal. And they said, please step out of the car.
Oh wow.
And I said, well, sir, I don't think I want to do that right now. This is 2020. A lot of people are getting shot.
This was like during the riots about cop violence and stuff.
Oh, there was a lot of police violence. And you could tell by the way that they were gripping their gun when talking to me, they were in a very hostile approach to me. It wasn't, this wasn't a casual traffic stop. This was a planned stop.
Ooh.
Because typically I would assume that a police officer doesn't stop with two ARs on their chest and already have a passenger in their car waiting on a typical swerving over the lines violation, which is what I was allegedly stopped for.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so they say, I need you to get out of the car. Then what? What do you say?
So I slowly start sliding on my flip-flops.
You had your flip-flops off?
I had my flip-flops off, so I'm buying for time now, and I'm thinking, like, what am I going to do? And I'm fairly certain that the person that's my co-defendant right now has informed on me.
Damn.
So I'm trying to figure out very quickly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I jam the car and drive, and I take off. They try to pit maneuver me on the bridge going into Fernville. They try to run me off the edge of the bridge.
No way.
Oh, yeah, into Fishing Creek. Yeah, absolutely.
So that back road there, let me just say for people that don't know, it's real windy. It's right on the side of like a river, creek, whatever it is.
Creek
and then it goes across the bridge to get into into town bay. So when you're going across the bridge, they tried to hit your back end, so you spun around.
They tried to hit me. They
Wow.
they didn't hit me, but they
Mhm.
tried to.
Mhm.
And he cut across. And he almost ran me off the road because I swerved to avoid him.
How fast are you going?
At this point, probably like upwards of 50 to 90 miles per hour.
You can do that on that road too. It's not unreasonable. But when you get into town, so you get into town and go. So
well, so I get across. It's Railroad Street. I get across the bridge and come up by Unita, and on Main Street right there, a cop comes down. Now, there's already been one cop following me, one or two cops over in Fernville, now another one across the bridge. This is a lot of cops for a simple traffic stop, and all this happens within a matter of seconds. I mean, these you're talking maybe 150, 180 seconds.
Right.
You're talking, 2.
And your heart's racing out your chest.
30 minutes. No, actually.
What was your mental like?
I was calm.
You just fucking
Mad.
literally like the dude from that movie Drive. You're just.
Dude, I was so mad at Naz.
Oh, because you're like, I know this motherfucker.
Yo, I said Naz, I said, you're gonna get out of this fucking car. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up,
bro.
Oh yeah, dude, I was freaking out.
Bro, yeah.
I was like, yo, you're gonna get out of this car. I know you
believe
did
it.
this stuff. Like,
No way.
dude, my phone has been off for 2 weeks.
Damn.
My phone's been off for 2 weeks. You've been sending your location to Serena or whatever. Like that's
crazy.
right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so you drive. So while you're in town, you
so-
tell them to get the fuck out.
So I tell him to get the fuck out as we go across Railroad Street, coming up to Fifth Street. I hit onto Fifth Street because we got friends that live down that lower end of town. I was thinking about going there, maybe driving the garage or something, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to lead them to my friend's house
Right.
because that puts somebody else in a pinch, and I thought I could get out of the pinch myself.
Yeah.
So I stopped the car, I pushed Naz out of the car, and then drive away and close the car, actually, the door with the car. Like, so I just wheeled over real hard and wheeled back, and it closed the door. So I shoot off down through town. I hit a little bit over 100 miles per hour. I think it was like 120, 130, coming down Fifth Street. Where you get by good old days, I hit a little bump.
Yeah.
And it actually took me airborne a little
I
bit.
believe it, that bump right there. So you're going past good old days at like 130. Was the light green? Were you lucky and hit their lights, or you were just zipping?
Oh, I didn't look for lights.
Oh my
I'm doing
god.
130.
Bro, I'm doing 130.
Dude, Fifth Street's
Do not do 130.
Fifth Street's got those planning where the curbs comes out where they have the plants
Yeah.
for the sidewalks.
Okay, yeah.
So you have to drive in the middle of the street. So I'm
True.
driving down
True.
the middle yellow line.
Yep. So you get past. So you do that jump past good old days.
So I get past good old days, and actually heading right there at good old days, there's a cop that comes down, and that's another reason why I gunned it. I hit it even harder and took it about 130 and hit a little bit of air. So they're behind me, and this stimulates me now to be slightly nervous. You asked how I was feeling. I wasn't nervous. At this point now I get nervous because I thought I'd gotten away from him. At this point I hadn't seen any headlights. Now all of a sudden a cop comes out of nowhere and stops like they're trying to, again, almost pit maneuver me, but I don't think they wanted to get in front of me. I think they were realizing that it was a high-speed chase, and they were just trying to cut me off and limit the viability of where I could go.
Yeah.
So I shoot down Fifth Street, and I barely nick the side of one of these hills, but I did, and it stopped the car, and I got arrested, not in the car, but at close enough proximity at the scene of the accident. They assumed.
Did it flip the car?
No.
Oh, for some reason I thought your car flipped.
No.
Oh.
It barely even damaged it.
Really?
Yeah, I barely even got in an accident. Like,
Sucks.
you would notice if you looked at it because the right wheel, but if you didn't see the right side of the car,
so it made the car not be drivable. Because you would have kept cooking it.
Yeah.
It's not like for a second it sounded like you hit the dirt road and it stopped the car like you pulled over.
No.
Oh,
no,
it just broke it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Totaled it.
Damn.
Yeah, totaled it. So
So they
yeah.
pull up and then what happens? So they pull up and they're like, "Get on the ground, scumbag!" Or what do they say?
Well, actually, they didn't see me.
What?
I wasn't in the car. I laid there and listened to him for a little while.
Where were you, in a bush?
Around some rocks.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay. Yeah. Explain.
yeah. So I'm down in the bushes in the rocks. Yeah, and I'm listening to them, and I'm assuming that I'm gonna actually leave, and then so many pull up.
And dogs and shit.
Everything.
Did the dogs find you?
No. As soon as the dogs pulled up,
You were like, "Fuck this."
I'm like, I'm not getting bit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not getting bit tonight. Like,
No way.
and then if you do something to a dog, it's injuring an officer.
bro.
And I don't know how you don't do something when you're getting bit.
Yeah.
No, I mean seriously.
No, I know.
Like if this
it's just
dog,
so
if
funny.
this dog locks onto some vital part of my
Literally.
body, I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to end its life before it tries to kill me.
100%.
And then it's killing
Breaking
the
its
cop.
neck.
Yeah, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what happens. And I think that's in Germany that's actually an illegal thing. They cannot use dogs
Oh,
as
really?
weapons. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And then
It's probably has something to do with German shepherds.
I think it does actually. I think
It's
that's
Nazis or something. I
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
smell it in the air.
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Nazis.
Nazis. But so I get arrested and Block comes in and he instantly, he's talking all this shit. The 1st
Mhm.
things out of my mouth are attorney. So after,
Yeah.
and this is a very vital thing. It doesn't matter who you are, what you did or what you didn't do. Get an attorney.
Yep.
Any legal repercussions happen because of uninformed people in a legal system that does not inform you how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And to have a paid representative while you are in that judicial system is beyond measure the smartest course to take.
Let me say the key word here is paid. Because
Yeah.
a public
Public defender is not the same.
a public defender will just show up there and be like, "Yeah, it looks like you're doing 10.
Yeah.
Take that. Take that deal."
Yeah. Well, and you have to remember the difference between a public defender and a paid attorney is,
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you were volunteering at a place and they
Mhm.
said, well, you have to work 20 hours.
Yeah.
Are you really going to give it a good 20 hours or are you just going to kind of like do whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Now offer me $3,000
Yeah.
and tell me I've got to work for 20 hours.
Right. Literally.
What do you need done?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to get up on a ladder? Yeah, I'll go up and get on a ladder on a sketchy roof and
For
I'll
real.
no harness,
That's basically what I did redoing the apartment. It was
Yeah,
like, come
that's,
up.
that's
like,
what I do
let's go.
now.
Yeah,
I cut
literally.
trees,
Yeah, for
but
real.
it's for enough money. So
Yeah. Okay, let's not stray too far. So
yes.
So you're like attorney.
So I get my attorney and they call me in and he goes, you're done to the $150,000 bail. So I get a $150,000 bail. I bail out that night, which was the dumbest thing. And I spent, about the same amount as 10% of that on my attorney. And I'm
Mhm.
blowing all this money. And I go to jail. And to paint a picture of what I looked like going to jail,
Mm-hmm.
I was using heroin, fentanyl. I was
Yeah.
using fentanyl.
A lot of people were.
A lot of people were using fentanyl.
Yep.
I had been clean for a while, and then I had fallen off.
Yeah.
But I'm using fentanyl, and I'm 235, 240 pounds.
God damn. Skinny.
I'm fat. 240. Not 140, 240.
Oh shit.
Fat.
Oh, whoa.
40 pounds.
40.
Yeah, 40 pounds heavier than I am now.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
50
don't
pounds
really
heavier.
remember that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was heavy.
Kind of do, but I kind of don't.
So I got to jail, and they offer these programs, and there's a couple different programs. If you ever go to jail in Pennsylvania, these are great programs to look into. There's the boot camp program. It's only for
I
state.
know. The shout out is so funny though to me.
Yeah.
These are great rehabilitation programs, and
Yeah.
you should use them if you're ever in a pinch because you made some bad decisions. You're correct. So it's just funny.
Well, and people that even don't make bad decisions, you can become incarcerated and be completely innocent.
True.
That is a big thing.
True.
The innocent projects and whatnot that are going on right now.
Yeah, it's good. That is
shout out,
good stuff.
yeah, shout out to all the lawyers that do
Yep.
pro bono work for innocent projects. But so if you ever do find yourself incarcerated, the programs are boot camp and state drug treatment program, which is SDTP. Boot camp is a six month to 24-month program,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do it when you have 2 years left to your minimum.
Mm-hmm.
The SCDP program is the same thing. It's a 7-month program with 2 months in a rehab. But once you do this, your old minimum number becomes your new maximum number. So to give you an idea, when I got a 3.5 to 8 in 2021, when I went to jail,
Mm-hmm.
November 4th, my minimum date was my maximum date was November 4th, 2029. That's my maximum
So
date.
how many years was that?
That's 8 years.
8 years. Okay.
Yep, 96 months.
Uh huh.
And then 42 months would have been May 4th, 2025.
So from you doing the programs, you were able to cut that.
And right here I am. I'm on the streets. I'm free.
That's nice.
Isn't it?
Hell yeah. bro.
So I got out February 5th, which was a Monday, and that's how they release you from a rehab. It's always on a Monday. I got out February 5th, 2024, after going to jail November 4th, 2021.
So hit me with the timeline real quick. So it was jail, boot camp, and then that rehab?
Yeah, that's correct. So what happens is as an inmate, as an incarcerated individual,
Yeah.
you go to your county, then they send you upstate. You do, at the time, we were doing quarantine, so I had to go to Smithfield for 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
This is during COVID, so we were locked down.
Was that interesting in jail during COVID? You were locked down. You didn't get any like rec time or whatever.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes out of our cell a day
Holy shit,
for the first 28 days.
that sucks.
And then after that, it was an hour. Yeah, it was an hour altogether. It was 45 minutes out to yard, and then it was 15 minutes in the shower. Then they bumped it up again. But yeah, that was the yeah.
Wait, so was I correct? It was jail, and then just for a basic.
So jail,
Uh-huh.
and then it's boot camp,
Yeah.
which was Quahana boot camp. They do it at Laurel Highlands, and they do it at Quahana.
Okay.
Are the two STTP programs that are typically running right now.
Okay.
And
then rehab.
which was at Conewago, Fire Tree, Hummelstown.
And now you're a free man, brother.
Yeah, now I'm a free man.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
I love seeing it, bro. You're so healthy. It's fucking makes me happy, bro. Like you said, we're all on the come up. Like I feel like everyone who's was down, was sleeping on themselves, isn't really sleeping on themselves now, and I just hope it inspires other people to do the same. While we're on the topic, I have some jail questions for you.
Oh yeah, hit me with the jail questions. I'll tell you about.
Was
that
there?
now.
Did you have like a best friend while you're in there?
Yeah, actually, I had a couple really good guys that I hung out with. Shout out Grim. Grim just got home from doing 5 years.
Dope.
Yeah. He texts my mom all the time.
Really?
Yeah. He's
That's
a really
awesome.
good guy.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Super good. He's got 2 daughters. He does landscaping also. And then there was a lot of guys that I was working out with. We were doing a ton of workouts, and typically our workout crew was about 7 people.
What was your workout routine type?
So it was usually about 2 to 4 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
1 yard was 2 hours. So we had yard about 8:15 to 9:45, 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had yard from 1:15-ish, give or take, because they'd call a 5-minute line movement between 1:10 and 1:20.
Mm-hmm.
About 1:15, and then that we'd come back in at 3:10.
So I'm way too acoustic for all that. So how many hours total was that, basically?
Oh,
so,
we had about 6 hours.
But working out?
Oh, no. Those were our yard times. So
Yeah.
typically I'd hit 2 yards a day.
Okay.
So I'd hit the morning yard. Even in the wintertime, we'd do it with snow on the ground. We would do all calisthenic workouts, usually push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, lunges. We'd lunge a quarter-mile track.
Did you have real weights, or was it like water bags and stuff? Because I seen some when I was in jail, like once or twice, there was just water bags.
No water bags, no.
Just real weights?
No weights, no.
Oh, just calisthenics.
Just calisthenics, yeah.
Holy shit.
Other than the gym at the very end. Yeah, no, it was all calisthenics.
Oh, wow.
All push-up, pull-up work. I was actually
Really?
bigger than this, yeah.
Damn.
I was a lot bigger than this, just push-ups and pull-ups.
Damn. Do you know what you can bench? Do you know what your max bench is?
My max bench is like low. It's like 230.
Damn, we're about to work out tonight. I forgot.
Yeah. I'm not sponsored or anything.
Oh, he's gonna plug some shit.
But-
Oh yeah, he brought a bag of goodies. I forgot.
Yeah,
about
so I
that.
bought amino acid,
Oh my god.
which is always good. It gives
Hell
you
yeah.
energy,
I'll take
helps you break down your protein.
We'll put
I brought some organic oranges just to eat while we're on the podcast. Some mangoes. And then I brought
What is that?
my handy dandy protein and
Oh
protein
shit!
scooper.
I just ordered more. Just ran out of protein.
And then some country store brand
Some long meat.
some cheese mini sausage sticks.
That's fire, dude. Hell yeah! Can I have one of them sticks though? Not gonna lie.
Yeah, bust it out.
I'm hungry, dude. Yeah, dude. So did you have a favorite food?
Okay, so what my jail food?
With me, sick. Yeah. Did you know? Yeah. So did you have a favorite jail food like they made? Was there like certain like things like they
You
had
mean
a menu?
trays?
Yeah, trays.
Okay, so trays. Okay, so I'm gonna answer that question both ways.
Yeah.
So my favorite tray, I mean, anybody's gonna tell you this. If you spend holidays incarcerated, which I spent, I guess I spent 4 Thanksgivings? 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2021, 2022, and 2023. No, I spent 3 Thanksgivings away.
That's how you know, because Thanksgiving was the best one.
Well, yeah, Thanksgiving trays are the best one.
I feel like it.
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be.
2021, 2022, 2023, yeah. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, those trays are the best ones. Yeah, of course, they're gonna show out on those days for the guys. Yeah. So they're gonna show off for those guys then. But my favorite food I used to actually cook was my yellowfin topping, and yeah, my yellowfin topping. So I'd make a fried rice.
Is that fish?
Yeah, yellowfin.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd make a fried rice, and we actually used to buy. So in their currency is cigarettes.
Right.
So everything you're trading for is done with Cash App, cigarettes, or close your ears if you're too young, drugs.
We just
So-
talked about marijuana.
I know I'm messing around.
I love that.
So
So you're trading cigarettes or whatever have you for different food items from people because they worked in cafeterias and stuff.
yeah, they were workers in the chow hall,
Right.
but then there was also people that got kosher bags.
What's that?
So kosher is his bag was a Buddhist bag.
Mm.
Buddhists have like
Oh, because kosher bags for the religion and stuff.
for religion, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, religious bags.
Right. Yeah.
But kosher is Jewish. It
Yeah.
can't. It has to be processed a certain way. It can't be touched. That was 3 vegetables, cottage cheese, bean salad, a milk, and a peanut butter and jelly every single
Is
day.
this the Buddhist bag?
It's
Kosher bag.
Yeah.
Okay. He's selling his kosher bags.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't realize. So like a lot of you guys probably will never understand this. Hopefully, maybe you do understand this.
Oh, okay.
You might, but so being hungry, so at the end of the day, when you're in jail, it's not like being out here where you can just go to the store and grab extra food. If you don't have any, you're locked in a room.
Forgot about that.
If you don't have any food in there, you're not eating. It's not like you can just hit a button and
Mhm.
food's gonna come to you. You can't just Uber Eats
Mm-hmm.
a McDonald's, Big Mac right now.
And why do you get hungry when you're not allowed to eat, though? You know what I mean? Like, I was never hungry in the middle of the night until I was in jail. I swear on my life. And then I'm just starving. But it's probably because of food shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. It's a whole fucking rat system, isn't it? That's
Mhm.
fucking nuts. Let's not talk about corruption in jail. 'Cause we'll go for years.
Hmm?
But I was like, let's not get on corruption in jail because we'll be here for
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
years. Wait, so what was it? Bluefin? Bluefin on rice?
Yellowfin.
Oh, yellowfin. Why the fuck did I hear blue?
So I'd take and I would fry the rice. What frying rice would be is I would use like pickle juice
Mm-hmm.
or water. Now, to heat up food in jail, and this is actually against facility rules.
Okay.
So, but we didn't
Could've
follow
got-
any
yeah.
facility rules. We didn't follow any facility rules.
I'm a gangster.
I'm a convict. There's a difference between an inmate and a convict. I'm a convict
convict.
24 hours a day while I'm in jail. But
Yeah.
so we would have a stinger, and what a stinger is it's a wash bin, like a few liter wash bin, like your small simple dish wash bin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wash bin with an extension cord spliced with a broken fingernail clipper put on the ends of the wires, and then we would put a because it can't touch because it'll short out, and then we'd put a toothbrush in the middle of those to make the arc to make heat.
Whoa.
Positive, negative, the hot. And
Now, would you heat up like a tray or something, or?
well, no, you really didn't eat trays in jail. If you could avoid it, you didn't eat trays in jail.
No, I mean, what did you cook it on though?
So I would cook. Oh, so I would cook it in bowls. So we had bowls. You could buy bowls.
Metal bowls?
No, plastic, all plastic.
He was cooking in plastic.
Yeah.
Fucking microplastics. Let's go, brother.
Yeah, right. You had to.
No, I know.
And trash bags.
It sucks. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
and
can
trash
boil a
bags.
trash bag with
Yeah.
with water in it. That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, go on though.
So that's how you cook everything. I mean, you would chop up the pickle, you chop up sausage. So we had like a little summer sausage, beef summer sausage. We chop that up. You would heat that up, and you get all the grease out of it. It's so fatty with grease. You drain
Really?
the grease out. Yeah, we were health conscious in jail even.
So, real quick though, how do you heat up the plastic bowl? How do you fry it in there?
Oh, because of the water. I got the water boiling.
Oh, okay. And you're in the bowl, so it's like outside water. No, wait. Oh yeah, I'm just an idiot. You
That's what's in the
boil
stinger.
rice?
Yeah, so it's in the stinger.
I'm thinking
So-
frying rice for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it's what it's called. It's called fried rice.
Yeah, but I'm
Because you add just a little bit of no, it's not fried though.
yeah.
So you add just like a little bit of liquid to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the juices from the meats
Yeah.
would actually make the rice almost what they call al dente,
Okay, right.
like a little bit tacky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my favorite was the cottage cheese.
It sounds good.
No, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. When I was watching TV at night, this is for anybody who's ever been in jail, and you get access to cottage cheese, refried beans, and Doritos. I'm telling you right there.
Cottage cheese,
refried beans, and Doritos. And if you got the little Velveeta squares, if you know the little Velveeta blocks, you put a half a Velveeta block in that and you mix that around, and you're literally gonna have the best spread ever for watching whatever.
What do you spread it on? Just then you
just
chip.
chips.
It's the dip.
Yeah, just chips. Yeah,
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
high protein. High protein, high carbohydrates. Yeah.
Good idea. With the cottage cheese, huh?
With the cottage cheese, yeah, high
Yeah.
protein, high carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Beans have really high carbohydrates.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
true.
So I'm chopping up these pickles, I'm chopping up the sausage, and I'm frying this rice. And you fry this rice, and sometimes I'd use shredded beef. So the
Mhm.
shredded beef would come in like a vegetable broth inside the package. And I would heat up that package, and I'd mix the juice in. So it'd be a vegetable juice mixed in with the rice, fried up with the beef,
Mm-hmm.
and it would make it a tacky rice. And then I would take and I'd break down the pickle and put a little bit of pickle juice, I should
Mhm.
say, and then put a little bit of cheese in that, and then put sour cream and onion chips. Oh, I'm serious. So good. So you smash up these sour cream and onion chips, and you cook it until it locks back up, because it'll
Mhm.
take all the moisture. The chips will absorb all the moisture,
Yeah.
so it'll get like into like a thick paste. You add a little bit
It's
more
called
water.
a chi-chi, technically.
Yeah, it's
It's
chi-chi, yeah.
disgusting,
And you
yeah.
turn it into back into a liquid again with just a little bit more water, and then you pour that over. I'm telling you, I'm not
So
even
you
gonna
pour
lie.
it over the rice.
You pour it right over top the rice,
Oh,
and you put a
yeah.
little bit of yellowfin on it,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd fry the yellowfin with
Because the acid in it and shit. With pickle juice?
no, well, it doesn't really
Or
fry it.
lemon?
We just call it frying.
Yeah.
We just call it frying. It's not even fried. You know what I mean, so then I would just cook the tuna
Uh-huh.
with a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of Italian dressing. The little packets, we get Italian dressing with our.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of salad every once in a while.
Mhm.
Take that Italian dressing and put it on top of it. The oils would actually heat up so hot that it would actually sear a little bit of the
Ooh.
bottom of the yellow. If you had a good stinger, yeah, and I always had a good stinger. My stinger was hopping.
Did you ever feel like share your food with people? Like, oh, try this, or like.
I was the one that cooked for everybody.
Oh, really?
They used to call me. They used to joke around. They used to call me the Podfather.
Why? The Podfather?
Yeah, like the pod. Like we were on a pod. Like I
Okay.
was FB. I was pod FB in Benner. So I was in Benner Township. The Benner SCI Benner. That was my home jail.
Mm-hmm.
They called me the Podfather.
It's called a pod.
Yeah. So
How'd they know you was gonna be seen right here, Podfather?
Podfather. Yeah. The podcast, the Podfather.
Let's go.
That's the name of this episode, the Podfather.
Podfather. I like it.
Yo!
I like it. I will put that on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I'll find a crazier one for the clickbait, though. I know you
Yeah.
guys love clickbait. But it's not clickbait because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's real. So
Yeah.
wait. While we were talking about food, bro, I've been seeing you post stuff on, like, post your things you've been cooking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and I feel like you could just be a chef, bro. You just remind me of someone who should have a chef hat on, bro. I swear to fucking God.
I like cooking. My problem is I'm always torn, and it's led me to a lot of the choices I've made in life. But I've always been torn between doing something I love and making money.
True. Yeah. I feel that. That's why I do this, and I hope to one day make money because I love this shit.
Yeah.
And I believe you can do it with consistency. But what? So you don't love fucking like cooking enough, or
No,
it's
I
not
love
enough
cooking.
money. It's
It's
not
not
enough
enough
money.
money.
True. You'd have to be like a high class chef.
Yeah.
But you look like a high class chef.
I could probably do it, but
I don't know. I like seeing your. I like seeing your posts or your plates, bro.
yeah, no, I
They're nice.
appreciate that. Yeah, and a lot of my cooking now is, and it's always been like that. But I grew up in the country.
True. Yeah.
mean,
You
we
grew up
grew up-
with cooks cooking for you. And
No.
stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but we grew up with home ingredients. Like
yeah, exactly.
a lot of times, if you see me cooking with eggs, my grandmother has 20 chickens. I'm about to have a big garden, but I buy a lot of my
Fuck yeah.
vegetables fresh.
Hell yeah.
I've got a rise garden in my house, so I do a hydroponic garden. We're gonna do an outdoor garden.
Have you seen them little setups they have for people that are like stacks, the hydroponic ones that you can
That's
just
what I
buy?
have.
Oh, you do?
We have
Did
one.
I see it or no?
No,
Okay.
you didn't see when you were over there. No, I just put it in like last week. I've already got plants growing.
Nice. That's fucking dope. Those, yeah, dude. Those Italian sausages you made were so banging. I swear to God. And then I've been seeing your plate posts, and they just look gorgeous. But I'm gonna get off of that topic, but not really though, because did you hear that this guy invented a new pasta, bro?
No.
This guy invented a new pasta, and he won like Man of the Year, or he won a Man of the Year award or something. He invented a new pasta, bro. Like,
What do you mean?
it's crazy. Like, who knew you could just invent a new pasta? Look it up. It's called the I got it written down here because I can never remember. A cascatelli. I want you to look at it. And I'll put it on the screen for you guys. It's supposedly he was trying to make a pasta that holds like the sauce and ingredients the most. Like, so it's not just like angel hair where it's on it. Do you see it? Kind of looks like octopus legs, kind of.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So I was just like, what the? Who does that? But I want to try some, bro. I thought I'd show it to you because maybe you can make something cool with that if you find some.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah. Who would have thought you could have just spent your whole time creating pastas instead of working or whatever, you know?
Dan Pashman.
Dan Patchen, that's his name?
Yeah, Pashman, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, shout out Dan Patchman for the new pasta. But this brings me to a question. What is something that's original that we can recreate that no one's thinking about right now? Basketballs? That's a terrible example. I'm trying to think. I don't think we'll be able to think of something off the top. But
What is something that needs recreated?
well, the pasta didn't need recreated, right? So it kind of just like is something that never was. It's like a twist on something that's good.
Yeah, it's making something better.
Supposedly, we never tried it. Could be ass. Could be just too much noodle, you know?
Could be weirdly shaped.
Feels
Might not.
weird.
It might not cook right either, because it's got like little cups in it. It does look like a.
I've seen
octopus leg.
something. I want to see you. We gotta get you a
Try to
box.
cook it.
I have like an Amazon a box to your house.
I actually I get Bonanza. I do pea protein pasta.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The pasta has protein in it.
Yeah, red lentil and pea protein. Yeah.
What? Red 40?
No, red lentils.
Just kidding. What's that?
Lentils like a You never had lentil soup? It's like a little. It's a hard. I don't think it's a legume. It might be a legume.
Not
It's like
rich,
a bean.
Pat.
No, they're cheap.
Just kidding.
They're cheap.
No.
They're cheap. They're not.
No, I've never seen them. I think I heard my gram talk about lentil,
Mhm.
but I thought it was like a chicken or something like chicken.
No, it's like a chickpea.
Oh, that I know exactly what you're talking
Chickpea. That's what pea protein is. Is chickpeas.
about. Okay.
Yeah.
And they make the noodle out of it.
Yeah, and they make the noodle of it because it's high in protein, lower in carbohydrates, but it's still a pea. It's like a bean, so it's got carbohydrates in it. But like it's got 21 servings of protein in the pasta.
Damn.
Yeah, more than most steak.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't. Yeah, so I do that with a lot of my food.
What other you taking any other supplements? Because you're still working out, right? Or you just been chilling more?
I still do push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. So I do a 16 count. It's a push-up with your shoulder, chest, knee, ankle, Tyson. Regular push-up, and then I call them angels, where you push up and you lift your hand all the way up, and then you do the same on the other side.
Yeah. Seen you do. I think you were showing me that last
Yeah.
time I was over. Or do you try to just do it every day, like a certain number? Or do you have like a? You just
I do 20, and then I do burpees with it. So I'll do
Nice.
50 burpees.
okay. Damn.
Which is
Yeah.
good.
You gonna fuck. You can put us through the regimen tonight. I
Oh,
like machines because I'm a lazy bastard when it comes down to it.
you want to do cardio?
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
No,
I was gonna say if you want to get in there and do cardio,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I haven't had anybody that wants to jump in the. So
I sometimes I run a mile after we do. I've been just doing chest and arms a lot.
yeah.
And abdominals, but and back because I'm trying to strengthen where I broke my back and shit. But sometimes I'll run like a mile after, or I'll do the rowing. Have you ever done the rowing?
Yeah.
I love that shit for some reason. It just fucking kills you.
Yeah.
It's like so much cardio in that. I'll beat you in a boat race. We can race. You want to race? I'll beat you in a boat race.
Think you might.
Oh yeah. No,
There's a specific. It's 150, right? That's like.
we can do 500s. You'll beat me in it. Nah, I could maybe beat you in 1,000, but Q beats me in 1,000, but I could just murder him. Not murder him, but I'll murder him at 500. You know?
Because you're quick.
Cause when I get to that like
Slow.
700, you just are
Slow
wanting
down.
to quit. Yeah.
Lock up, yeah.
But we've only done it a couple times, so it's cool that you get like you start learning actually how to keep your pace. So
Yeah.
it's every time we've done it,
That's
I've learned to like I can press a faster pace longer or whatnot. You know what I mean?
And you kind of want to push with your legs, I think, a little bit too.
Yeah, you do. I
Full
push with my
power.
legs and I do like full extents. Like I go and lift it. It's basically like a long, so I can get that extra fucking.
I don't think you need the extra.
I don't know. It feels like I'm doing more when I get
Yeah,
another
yeah,
foot
yeah.
on it or something, you
That's
know?
funny.
Like because I lay down, because when you do it, so I'm basically laid down
Yeah.
like that far, but it's fun. It's cool because they just have a little race game on it. You see your boat and shit.
Yeah. No, Grim. That's who I was talking about that I really hung out with in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Grim would love this right now. Like we were
Really?
so big into CrossFit in jail.
Really?
Oh yeah, are you
Damn.
kidding me? Like, dude, we used to challenge people.
Damn. Really?
We used to call it dropping people off.
Yeah.
I mean-
What would you challenge them to?
Well, that's what you would do. Imagine being locked up with 100 and some guys just in one single area. Like this
True.
is just your house.
Right.
This is just your front yard. Like this is your courtyard.
Yeah.
Right. So you would be standing around and somebody would be like, "Man, I did 50 push-ups straight yesterday. You'd be like, no, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't, dude.
Right.
I could do more push-ups than you. And then you go out there and like a bunch of people would be standing there because like there's 100 people there. So like everybody's like, oh, come on. And then we'd do races, we'd do push-ups. Everything we did was a competition to see who was a more dominant man, who was more masculine, whose masculinity was more. And that was kind of like your way of like not even having to bluff to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Working out in jail is like your way of being like, yo, I can do this.
Yeah, literally.
We don't even have to fight.
Yeah, 100%.
I can pull myself up above a bar 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I get a hold of you, you're gonna get hurt, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm lifting 200 pounds up like this 20 times, no problem.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
yeah. So
dude, yeah, I gotta give you flowers again, brother. You're looking fit, man.
yeah, thanks.
Love
Yeah,
to see it, bro.
yeah. No, I mean it's
Did you get creatine and shit in jail or no?
no, you get protein though.
Oh yeah.
They started selling protein at the end, and then they couldn't sell it, so they ended up dropping down to $1. But I left it.
It was too expensive.
Oh yeah, it was $2.50 when it came out. $2.50 for 42 grams
Oh yeah.
protein.
What the hell? Yeah, I bet it's robbery at those kiosks.
Yeah. Well, we do all commissary bubble sheets. State prison's all bubble sheets. So you know Scantrons? Remember the Scantrons from
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
yeah.
school?
Yeah.
We would do a Scantron sheet
For
for commissary every Sunday.
I thought it was like a touch thing or something.
No,
Oh damn.
that's
you
how it is in
handed in.
county. Yeah, you hand it in. Yeah,
Well, that's crazy.
piece of paper.
Yeah, I want to get off the jail topic a little bit
Okay.
because I know you moved on from that. That is a crazy story. I want to ask you another. I'm just gonna ask you some things. So you've traveled everywhere, you know, as well as myself, and since I've done this, I've like really just had a couple dream like living places in my head. Like I would love to just have a place in Colorado in the mountains, so I could just like build a snow like pump track there and just like snowboard all year, and then just have a place like probably like down near like the Mexican border, on the
the
coast I think on the beach though, like maybe right San Diego type something, I don't know, somewhere there. I like those beaches there. So I'd like to have those. Those would be my two dream homes. You know, I feel like it's the best of everything. That was a long question. My question to you is: have you ever like, what are your spots? You know, you've seen so many spots. Do you have a spot you think like, where would you build your first house?
What my favorite spots in this country?
You like,
Or where would I live? See, there's a difference. I like vacationing places. I like vacationing to Hawaii. I don't know if I'd ever live in Hawaii.
See, I want to know where you would live, like where you would like to have a house that's not where you are now, because I know what you have now is like fucking gorgeous. It's like what we like, you know, peace, fucking. You get to be out in do whatever you want, woods. You have land. You're chopping trees, making business.
Yeah.
But
I guess my dream would be to live somewhere isolated, secluded.
like an Alaskan home or something like that.
Kind of like Alaska. I don't want to say like Wyoming.
Okay, you don't want to be cold.
Yeah, well, Wyoming's
Does it
very
get cold?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so but it has seasons, right?
Yeah, it's
it's
got seasons. Wyoming is cheap land.
Mm.
The whole entire state of Wyoming has 400,000 people in it, or at least it used to.
Is that where Yellowstone is?
Yeah, it's where Yellowstone is.
Have you seen that show?
I've seen Yellowstone. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't watch it yet. People have been saying it's
I like Yellowstone. I like Longmire. There's another one too. I forget.
Yeah, Longmire. Everyone
Longmire's
got
alright, too, yeah.
Man, people love Longmire.
I watched that like 7 years ago.
Really?
The big country things like.
Oh yeah, it's like booming right now.
Yeah, now it's booming, dude.
For real.
Dude, I got a mullet. I have a picture of me having a mullet back in like 2015, 2014. Like before, you know what I mean? Like that big country scene,
Yeah.
like,
So funny.
yeah, you know, I mean, like, I've got baby pictures and Carhartts and, you know.
Speaking of though, do you like be watching movies and stuff, TV shows, or not really?
I used to in jail. I used to when I had more free time.
No.
But I don't like, you know, I don't have time really
Yeah, true.
sitting around. I like staying productive. You know,
Yeah, same.
most of my time, and it's funny that we're doing a podcast. Most of my time is spent doing podcasts, listening to podcasts.
Dude, me too. I listen to so many podcasts, bro.
Yeah.
Like all day. I have a podcast like 3 of them every single day to listen to for like a 5-day stretch every week, basically.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's just people that are very inspirational, that are like on a good mindset out there. They give you some ideas and stuff. And this brings me to a thought. I was listening to freaking Joe Rogan, of course, the other day, and he brought up this philosophy that I actually self-discovered on my own. Like I had the epiphany one day when I was like, and I posted it on Facebook, so it's dated somewhere. I just don't know how I'd find it. It was like 10 years ago. I had the philosophy that like I realized that if you're here right now, that means that your genes and your family have survived like wars, famines, like everything. Like if we're here right now, it means we have warrior blood in us because throughout the ages, part of your family has definitely experienced that shit and they've survived.
Yeah.
And that's just like it's like, so it's the natural world's like survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah.
But it's so crazy. Like he brought it up, like about how so everyone has that natural instinct in them as warriors, and that's like fishing and stuff. Like now, like people like have that. Oh, I'm excited to get a fish. Like comes from the natural thing where you needed to get a fish so you could survive,
Yeah.
and it just kind of dates back in that whole thing. But when he said that shit, and I was like freaking. I swear to God, I was like probably 18 and just was I don't know super high thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? And it's so
We're
true.
all warriors.
Yeah,
No, we
literally.
are.
It's crazy, bro. But yeah, same. I asked you if you watched stuff because I just watched I just started last night. I was up till 7 in the morning because I didn't want to stop watching. It's called The Gentleman on Netflix.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Did you
Growing
watch it?
marijuana. I've seen it.
Bro,
I've never watched it. I watched it over at Jesse's.
bro, it's good. That's my favorite director, Guy Ritchie. He's the guy who
Guy
does that.
Ritchie, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing, and he has
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Snatch.
I love Snatch.
Snatch
yeah.
is so good. He's
Snatch
a
is my
great
favorite
director,
movie, yeah.
bro,
Oh, yeah,
for
he's a
real.
great director, yeah.
But he has a new movie coming out too called I don't know what it's about, but it's a true story about Nazi killing and shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick. Yeah, it's like it's an undercover like operation they did or something like that during the war. But it looks like it's gonna be cool. I was gonna tell you to watch A Gentleman because it's fun.
No, Gentleman's good, yeah. And that's funny too because that's kind of like how, the world really is. Like, there's a thin line of contrast between what we know and what we see, and this illegal underworld operating, literally on the same exact streets in the same exact place, the same exact time that we are.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
100%, and that's yeah. I know. It's like how real is that shit? I was watching that last night,
so real.
and he fucking just offs the one mafia dude, and like his brother does, and his brother's like his brother just made them the fucking mafia. Like, bro, like what did you do? It's so crazy, bro. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's so nuts. I since we're on the topic, dude, did you see the new Ghostbusters trailer?
No,
Frozen Empire.
no.
I was considering coming to town to see it tomorrow or next weekend if you want to go. I'm trying to get just
Yeah,
any
definitely.
homies that want to go, just fucking pop out to the movies with the gang.
Yeah. So what is it? It's called Frozen what?
Frozen Empire. Have you seen
Yeah.
the Ghostbusters, like the newer ones, or no? Did you see the last one with the kids?
No, I didn't see the kids or the women.
The women ones, I like all Ghostbusters. I'm a
Mhm.
movie guy. I like fucking film, so I enjoy it. I never find the only movie I ever hated, bro, and the only movie I've ever turned off was Twilight. I was like, I can't do it. I think it was built for girls. I think it just had no connection to me. I'm like, what the shit is it? Like, it was terrible.
No, there's guys that like Twilight. I don't.
Did
I-
you?
No,
Dude,
I never watched it.
I swear to God, I tried to. I literally love movies, so I tried.
I
should
met a
try
guy
again.
that watched. I've met a
should
guy
try
that watched it. Yeah, I can't.
We were talking about High School Musical the other day because have you seen Ricky Stenicki on Amazon Pro? Oh my God, you gotta watch it. It's so funny. It has Zac Efron from he was in High School Musical and
Dude, I've
shit.
never seen it. But yeah.
Me either, but like I seen like stupid clips
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And my brother didn't even know what it was, and I was like, wow, that shit was like so huge for a second when we were growing
When we were in
up.
high school.
High School Musical, yeah, it was. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, oh my God, I'm old as shit.
Yeah. No, we're getting old now, dude.
Dude,
We're getting old now.
man, I love it. That brings me to another thought I had. I wanted to ask you about.
What?
I feel like I was like not doing anything my first 20 years of life and just kind of like hibernating. Even though I was destroying my body with like bad, like mostly heroin and shit, like bad drugs. I think that I was like hibernating so much, so maybe I can add on like 20 years to my life, like at the end,
At the
right?
end, yeah.
Because now I just kind of started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does it make sense or not?
It does make sense. No, I mean, diamond starts off as coal.
True. God damn,
It takes
dude.
a lot of time and a lot of pressure to get there, but
So good.
seriously.
For real. That's
know?
so good, bro. And
Yeah.
that made me think, so maybe I'll at least make it to 100.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this conclusion. After that, I can become a cyborg or some shit. Start getting some enhancements in my body.
Were you the one selling? No, Jesse was selling me on that. Did he tell you about that?
What?
How they're selling like human consciousness into like computers and stuff now?
Oh, they are?
Dude, that's what he says. I don't know.
That's
You
a
were-
movie. That's a movie
Oh,
called.
is it a movie?
Yeah, Johnny Depp's in it.
Okay, yeah.
But
Jesse was telling me that.
what was he saying?
I don't
Just
remember.
that?
Dude, we just smoking at night
Yeah,
one
yeah.
night. We're just hanging out. And he's like, something like, yeah, dude. Something about being a new robot suit.
Well,
or something.
that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, would you ever get like enhancements, like cybernetic enhancements? Let's say you could get like legs to make you jump real high or something. Would you ever consider it? Or first, okay, let me step back right. First, would you ever consider getting the Neuralink if it like made you like just smarter or something?
No.
No. I think I would, bro.
It's too risky.
It's so risky.
By the time that it would be beneficial to me and
no, yeah, because we'll be like 80 or 100. So I'm saying we could become. It's beneficial then. So then we could be old ass cyborgs. You know what I mean?
You never know. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to wait to see what happens. But I think right now, going under any knife,
Mm-hmm.
the surgery,
Yeah.
I don't think that I'd want to do it. I think that a lot of I've just seen it a lot with our friends and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'd have surgery. Usually, it's because of a severe illness
Yeah.
or cancer or something. But I see them after surgery, and it's so tough on them.
Yeah, I believe it. I was worried that I was gonna have to have surgery on my neck and shit. Just thinking about them like cutting open my neck. And I'm like, damn, the doctor came in, like when I was in the ICU, the doctor came in and was like, oh, you broke your neck. And I'm like, high as shit onto like fentanyl or whatever they were pumping in me. And he's like, you broke your neck. And I'm like laying down and I'm like, bro, are you dead ass, bro? He's like, yeah, I'm serious. And I'm like, bro, please, no, bro, no. You're not gonna be able to snowboard, bro. Like so high, bro. And after that, like when I like got out of the hospital, like thinking about it, I was like, dude, I was just like looking in this doctor's face, like, bro, are you dead ass? like so.
What
stupid.
he was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, for real. He's smiling like, dude, I'm dead ass. Like,
I'm dead ass.
I was like, bro, it was so funny. Yeah. You wanna take a quick break?
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. Cool.
Yeah, my mom bought those. Did I say that?
3 sevens, three pool balls.
Yeah. Alaskan thunder fucked, buddy.
Totally thunderfucked right now.
Yeah, my mom bought them at a thrift store. Like, there's this big long one in Reading or something, bro. It's like a huge warehouse. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A bunch of thrift store stuff. I want to go thrifting. I actually want to go on a thrifting day with a girl really bad and get brunch like one of these Saturdays. But I stopped myself because I just feel like I can't commit to something hard right now and I don't want to hurt people and stuff.
Wait, going thrifting with a girl isn't like.
I guess so, right?
It's not like a hard send, bro.
Maybe I'm saying maybe it's for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm protecting myself.
Maybe you're like. I don't think she's thinking like, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Do you think that if I asked this girl I've been thinking about asking, she would just be like, "Yeah, let's do it"?
Dude, girls are into all that shit. Like,
I love.
girls are just humans too. Honestly, girls
shit.
are into like hooking up and just not talking either too. Like that.
No, I've met some girls like that, but I
Yeah.
feel like these girls are like real.
I don't know.
These are real women too. I'm not
Real
going to
women.
drop their name, but they're like real women. Have a like job. Like she has kids, a couple kids.
Oh well, that's a little different.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't want to jump in and jump out because I'm so busy and she don't live right here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also,
women
I
with
just want to
kids,
hang out with her because I think she's cool and it would just be a fun time.
Tell her that. Tell her you just want to be friends.
Yeah. Do I though? Yes. But also, no, but that's where I'm at. I'm gonna, I think, just say that. Like, literally, I just think you're cool. I want to talk. I'm not gonna lie, there's two that I've been thinking about when I get in my hopeless romantic stages, and one of them I want to get, both of them would be cool in here, I think, but I want to get the one on here because I think she has some stories and experience and shit, so it'd be a fun podcast. I also don't sleep with my podcast guests, so that would check it right off the list right there. Then I'm friend zoning myself on a beautiful woman that has her life together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I know.
Thrift shopping, bro. I don't even think thrift shopping is not a good first date anyway, but that's a good way to bond with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Emily used to go thrift shopping. I went thrift shopping.
You don't think thrift shopping? You don't think thrift shopping is a good first date? Honestly, I'm wondering now. You think it's a bad first date?
I don't know. It's comfortable. I mean, so I would never consider it a date.
Okay.
I would never consider shopping a date. But now that you say that, like, it's interesting. You'll get to know the type of person she is.
What they like. There's like little cool stuff there,
Yeah, shopping is a good insight in somebody.
Thrift shopping specifically, I think, though, because it's like weird, intricate shit,
So I used to always say, because I learned this from being at festivals, if I can't put a 10 up in the dark with a girl, I can't probably be in a relationship with her. Like right now, if me and you went to a festival, right? I'm dead serious. And
It's a good rule.
no, it really is.
It
'Cause
really
it's tough to set up a tent in the dark.
It sucks.
It sucks,
I hate
especially,
it.
dude. Especially if the girl, like, if a girl's not, like, because I'm taller, so like I can reach the middle section and get together. But like, if me and you were to go to a campground right now, even on the side of the hill, we'd have no problem, and we do it. We might, but we wouldn't argue. Like, I've been with girls where we argue, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah, and I'm like, yo, this is just not it. This isn't my friend. Like, this isn't somebody I can be friends with.
That sucks. It's a sad realization, though.
Yeah, isn't it?
But some people, built different. You know what I mean? Built different. I swear to God, like, because that's what I thought to myself. Bro, let me just say this. I don't want to talk about nothing, okay? I don't like talking on people. I don't like judging nobody.
No, yeah.
But I did have to deal with the maintenance complaint, and it was just a plunger, and it was just you had to adjust it on the bottom so that it would actually pull up the plunger.
What, in the back of the toilet?
In a drain. In a sink.
Yeah.
And to me, it seems like common sense.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, some people don't know. Like, they've never been in the position, So maybe these girls just never had to set up a tent in the dark like a grown-ass grizzly, man.
Well, okay, so granted, that's why I like that. Because
Yeah.
hopefully it's a girl that doesn't know that. And then you can get an idea, like as a date specifically, then you get an idea of how she's going to react to a situation.
Are you telling me either? Did you just say?
So
Did you just say setting up a tent in the dark as your first date?
No, not as a first date, but like, you ever watch maybe I did, but I think
it sounded like it a little bit.
I think it's like a Bronx Tale, or maybe it's Goodfellas. I think it's a Bronx Tale where he says that you'll know she's a good woman by she'll open the door, you lock the door, and you let her in, and then will she open your side of the door or not? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Oh, it's a Bronx Tale. If anybody who's watched the Bronx Tale will know it.
Damn, I know it's a classic movie though.
But anyway, so like that's the test. The test is Sonny tells him, see if she'll open the door. Do the door test. Do the lock test.
Yeah.
So my thing is the
The
10 at night. So maybe your test, maybe your
10
first
at night test.
yeah, 10
Love
at night
that.
test. So maybe your test is thrifting, is shopping.
It was a thrift shop test.
Yeah,
Well,
just see if she's down.
I don't
with
like
that,
to call them
see if she's
tests,
considerate.
actually.
I don't mean a test. Like, listen, I'm not saying that this is make or break, but this is something that, like,
bro. That's super misogynistic.
no, it's not. It's not.
No, it's not at all. It's so
But
funny.
listen, here's what it is. It's to see. The reason I say testing is it's to see if you could be a parent
Compatible.
and if you're compatible.
Yeah.
Because when I say testing, like, listen, if you were raising a child together, if you can't even set up a tent together, how is it going to be on nights when the child is crying and you have to decide which one of you is going to get up? It's the same thing like a tent. You're both going to have to bend and limber and work together to make it work, to make it pop up, to make it come together.
A child is like a tent.
And it is, and it's at night too. It's at a time when it's trying. It's late at night. Both of you are trying to lay down. It's the same thing. It's a child wakes up in the middle of the night. Who's going to go change your child? Who's going to go feed the child? It's the same thing. So if you can't set up a tent at night, I'm not saying it's a test, but it's like the
it's a judge of character.
It is a judge of character, and it's like the orange challenge, right?
Yeah.
Ask,
I like that challenge.
Yeah, the orange test or orange challenge.
Yeah.
I say test, right? But it's a challenge, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Hey, would you open this orange for me? Well, would you be able to set up a tent with me? It's the same thing. So when this trans, you just remember Pat Fowles,
way, bro.
10 at night.
No way. I swear to God, it's gonna pop. Like, you gotta make her set up a tent with you. Yo, at me on TikTok and on YouTube with your videos of making her set up a tent at night to know if you're compatible, so we can get them to Pat here. Pat's much harder to find. But we need to plug your landscaping before we're done. Don't let me forget that. But yeah, since we're on, dude, I swear to God, it is a good rule, and the fact that you compared it to the orange test, it's exactly that, bro. It is exactly the orange test.
Yeah, it is.
So you're just gonna see videos of people in the middle of the night. She's like, "Why the fuck are we here?" And he's like, "Can we set this tent up with me?"
Yeah.
Like, bro.
No, and to be fair, like this
It's
whole
great.
entire thing was camping across America. I went out with one
Oh
of my
yeah, you were
girlfriends.
with someone.
Yeah, I was with
that's what
someone.
made you
We were
think
together.
about it. Yeah.
And that's why it was kind of like, because the reason I said a test is because it was like, do I want to take this relationship to the next level?
That's what I wanted to say. Do you ever want to have kids?
I do want to have kids, but dude, I don't know about you, but my standards for the right woman is like a long list, because my standards for myself for wanting to have kids myself is like, I want to have financial security. I want to be emotionally developed. I want to be, you know, in a good, sturdy place in my life.
Yeah,
You know, for a couple of years, at least a year or two.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
going.
agree. I would say my standards are fairly high too. Like, cause I really like. I feel like my body's a temple anymore. You know, I really do. I think that I need to find someone who treats themselves like I treat myself. You know, they love themselves, and then like, cause I would want to treat them like that too. You know.
Yeah.
And so it's like just always it needs to be like you said, compatibility. And like I don't really just be like hanging on a hoe shit like I used to do if I ever was, allegedly. I like really, you know, just want like connections with like beautiful women who have something to offer me. It's like someone that lights your flame a little bit. So sounds so ridiculous. But someone that like kind of keeps that spark with you know?
Yeah.
And but that makes me think, have you ever like have a hard time sleeping when you're like with like laying with a new girl?
No.
Yeah, I always have that problem.
Really?
And I just saw it in Curb Your Enthusiasm. They made it a joke. Have you ever seen that show?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Actually.
what? It's classic, bro. Oh my god.
It's a classic show.
Oh, I forget his name right now.
What?
It's so crazy.
What?
The dude's name, he made Seinfeld
Oh.
on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't remember his name
I
now.
don't know.
I'm so stupid. Whatever. Oh, I feel like an idiot. But they just made a joke about that. About like he was sleeping with this new girl, like this girl he's been talking to, and she was like, "How'd you sleep?" And he was like, "Terrible." She's like, "Oh, yep, new person, I get it." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't know that was like a thing.
So I used to be I was a terrible guy. I used to date multiple girls at the same time, and this one girl out in California used to call herself my little tropical vacation, and she was, you know. And I'd go out there and I'd hang out with her, and she had like a nice sports car, and we would just have fun. But so I'd come out there, and to me, like, I guess I'm maybe desensitized to emotions a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, just that's how I made myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I would come out there and she'd always say, "Oh, give me like, you know, a little bit. I got to get used to you being here."
Really?
And I'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Whatever." Like,
What do you mean, like, so you be chilling with her? Like, she wouldn't want to be, like, romantic until you guys are, like, hanging out for a
Yeah,
little
for
while?
like 20, 30 minutes. You know what I mean? She would be like,
You said 20 and 30 minutes. I'm thinking, like, a day or two.
no, like, but I'd come in fresh off the plane, like we'd be texting, you know,
Yeah,
sexting.
yeah.
And
oh, okay, right,
she'd
right.
be like, "What do you want me to wear?" Da, da, da. So I'd come in.
You'd be like,
like
nothing.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. No, a red dress. That's what I've always
Oh,
wanted.
damn, that's fun.
Mhm.
I like black dresses.
Mm.
That's okay. I just visualized a lady in a black dress for a second. I think we both are just like, oh, or our dress color. Yeah. So she would be like, slow down a little bit and want to kind of make love or whatever. She wouldn't want to just be like jumping in there, giving you a hand job while you're going down the highway. Okay, now what?
You want to hear crazy stories about going
Yeah.
down the highway? Not getting a hand job though, but so we were on the highway, and I've always liked getting roadhead, but I'll always fool around in cars. I don't know why. Whenever I'm in a car with a girl, I can't help it.
Just get horny.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I'm just sitting there and she's sitting there right there. It's just so hard not to. Especially if you're physically attracted to the girl that's next to
Oh,
you.
definitely, it's funny.
So I had the one girl who I was with actually fuck me while I was driving. I had
That's dope.
in my Subaru, it had the lane control. And yeah, so it would keep you inside the white and the yellow line.
That's what that's for.
Yeah, and that's what it's for. It's for having sex.
Literally built for that.
It is.
Don't do it.
You put on cruise control. Don't do this. You put on cruise control, lane assist, and then you put on 2 car lengths for your.
Oh my
distance
god, you
follow.
could do the distance?
Yeah, I could do the distance in my car, dude. It was. I just sat
Bro.
back. Yeah, and we just had sex.
Was
on
she
the back.
driving?
No, I was driving.
How was she? What
She
position?
was riding me.
Yeah, but she was like facing you.
Yeah.
So not reverse cowgirl.
No.
Okay.
Right.
How were you seeing? Your head was on the side.
Yeah. I wasn't watching, dude. It was lane assist.
Bro, you weren't watching it all.
Sometimes I wasn't.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm dead serious. Like,
That's hella funny, dude. Dude, I experienced those cars for the first time when I was out in Alabama, like a couple months ago, where I broke my neck. Had a Dodge Charger rental. Bro, it had the lane assist, bro, and I'm just like going like 90, and it's just keeping me in these lanes. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is so sick, bro. Like around curves, I never felt in my life. So
Yeah.
it's really cool. I was
yeah,
like,
and it'll slow down too.
yeah, bro. It was.
So like when you're coming up on a car, it'll slow you. It'll automatically slow you down.
Yeah, I was on. It was a fucking 6-cylinder Hemi.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, I was cooking and it was red and all that. There was just such a. I was like, "Who gave me this rental car, bro?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I treated it nice, you know, but it was still fucking high class. I loved it. I think the craziest. Oh my god! Since we're on sexual encounters in a car, I just remembered this one, and it's maybe a little crazier. They're kind of the same number, but different.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a girlfriend when I was young, when I was like growing up. I think I was like, I don't know how old I was. I wasn't like young, but I was like maybe 17 or 18. So was she. And we're in the back of like their big like truck, their big like SUV. It's like a long cab, and her like two parents are up front, and there was a blanket on us. We're like coming back from some like trip. I think we went to the beach, Virginia or something.
Yeah.
And she's like just starts freaking yanking me off underneath the blanket, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like there, like having to like pretend nothing's going on. Well, look casual, like, bro. I'm not sure if I finished or not, but it was crazy. I forgot about that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's not like I didn't even ask her anything. She was just kind of about it.
Yeah, women are sometimes a little bit more freaky than men are. Women like pleasure. Yeah, sexual pleasure from like being bad or like
True.
breaking, you know what I mean?
True.
Breaking taboos, I guess.
Yeah, she did have us do some fucking breaking taboo shit like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I wish I could say more. That's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Deeper sexual arousal for both partners.
Have you smashed since you've been out?
Yeah.
Got yourself a little prosty?
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
No. I only ever once. I guess it's kind of
you bought it
once
the night one time.
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. I did it one time because I guess I don't know. Like I was just I was going through a phase where
I've been there, maybe almost, but it never happened for me.
Yeah.
I ended up meeting a beautiful girl at the strip club, and we had a night together. That was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
long time ago, a few years ago.
Nice.
It was nice. It was a nice night. I won't go into detail because I don't kiss and tell often. But I just don't want to. It's so funny. But I was like, wow. She was like all into my. We were just okay. First off, this is what happens when I go to strip clubs. She loves me, bro. Like, she really likes me, dude. She's cool. Like, cause she's like sitting there, like I'm talking to her, and like I'm like just dressed like how I dress, and like I'm telling her like, oh yeah, I'm on this. I think I was like somewhere snowboarding or whatever. I'm telling her like I'm on a snowboarding trip and just like talking about shit I like to do, and she was like, she's just like super smiley, nice. Like I've got only a dance or two from her in the back, and it was really nice. It was really cool, and then we were just chatting it up more and vibing. And before I knew it was like 2 or 4 in the morning, and she was like, yeah, I'll come back and hang out with you. Fucking at the hotel. She was like, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was cool, but crazy part, we were driving. She was cool as shit. She was, I think from Georgia, darker skinned girl. She was gorgeous. And she was like, oh yeah, I got this Jeep out front. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it's just my Jeep. I got, it's this like 87 Wrangler. It's like lifted. She's like, yeah, I took it. It has no doors on it. Yeah, I took it mudding and stuff. It's fucking. I'm just like, I'm just like drooling, you know. I'm like, well, who taught you this? Why do you do this? She's like, I just like to do it. I'm like, what, like that, you know? And she's like, oh, my dad, like when I was younger, like she grew up on doing that shit, because out there, I guess to be doing that too, you know, in the country type shit. And so we get in the Jeep, and she was like, yeah, the only thing though, my fuse for my headlights just went out, so I have no headlights. So
what?
Yeah. So we drive. So we're driving
at 2 a.m.
At 2, probably like 4, more like 4.
4 a.m.
Yeah. Driving with no headlights, drunk. You know, not drunk. I was. Supposedly, I don't know what's happening. I did drink, but I wasn't driving. Yeah. Okay, so I'm in the passenger seat. She's like, oh, I'm like, bro, what the hell? My one buddy's like with me. I can't drop his name either, damn it. And I'm standing in the Jeep because there's no roof on it. I'm standing in the Jeep with my phone light, reaching as far as I can over the hood.
No way.
I swear, oh my God, yeah, literally. And yeah, I'm driving like that till we get to the hotel, and like as we get to the one road, there's like cops up there, so we like took a quick right and shit. But yeah, literally driving like that. Like It was
cops up there.
bro, and there was cops, and
And
she took a right
dude,
before,
got, like-
and I'm like with a phone out the front, and
Dude, that's insane.
because when there wasn't lights there, it was so dark, bro, like
Yeah,
dark. But then sometimes the street light, we'd be like, oh, thank God, you know,
Yeah.
but bro, because it was a little bit of the back way, like to the hotel, and it was fucking nuts. I was like, oh my God, when they got back, we had a
Wait,
great
you
time.
didn't drive?
She was driving.
No, but you didn't drive at all to get there? Or
No, I Ubered there.
You Ubered there and then you rode back with her.
Yeah, boy, it was so fun. It's such a good time.
Yo,
she was
that's me too.
she was such a fucking cool girl. We had a great time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So it's like, good memory.
Yeah.
She has a husband and kid now.
Oh, you kept in contact with her?
Well, we on Instagram we followed each other.
Yeah?
I've seen what she was doing. She's cool, you know.
That's
so
really
she still
cool.
follows me, so I've seen her stuff, and she has a beautiful family now and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, damn, time flies. That's something too I've been thinking about, like your values will like change and grow and shit.
Yeah.
Like, time never slows and shit. Bars.
No, time never slows down.
But you like will grow depending on how you move, dog.
Time is
Yeah,
but
stupid.
time's also like perspective though.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that's why like
Is it though?
Oh yeah.
When you get
absolutely.
older though, it's definitely time, right?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you
I
this
don't
much.
think I'm getting older though.
8 seconds right here is a lot different than 8 seconds on the back of a bull. Trying to hold on.
You ain't never seen me on the back of a bull, brother.
I've never been on the back of a bull either, but I'm just saying like a bull rider.
No.
That takes it's a
For real,
long,
that's a good analogy.
yeah.
I like that. Do you ever want a bull ride? Have you ever thought about it?
My little cousin wants to bull ride. I've
I
thought
want
about it.
to. I want to so bad.
We're old though. I'm telling you.
My back's fucked. I just broke my back. It's
That's no joke.
no, I know.
You
It's,
did that as a
it's
kid.
stupid, yeah. I want to though because I'm really good at the electronic ones. I'm really good at it, bro.
It's so dope.
Because I know. But I wrap my hand. I do one hand literally just on the
Yeah.
thing. So I think if I could just get my hand in there, I'd be really good at just keeping my hand because I do one hand on those motherfuckers. And those motherfucking carnies are trying to rip me off that bitch like crazy, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro, oh my God.
And you win?
Oh, it's just ride for fun. But dude, like Keegan, my one brother Keegan, he has video of me and it's just like, bro, he was like, you were like Jesus up there, bro. Your hair was flowing. And then he's like, you look over at the guy and he's just frustrated, like whipping, just trying like sideways. And he'd eventually get me with like spins and fast, hard whips. But bro, I fucking murder that shit. I swear to God. Next time I'm at a bar, I'm gonna fucking kill one when they have one. I love it. It's fun. It's just fun. It's so stupid, bro. But I was gonna say something else. Yeah, you said it's dangerous when we're old, bro. And you're 100% right.
It is dangerous. Yeah, and it's dangerous the older you get too.
Yeah.
Because we heal slower. I notice it now, even just from the gym and stuff. or,
Really?
Like working. Yeah, well, yeah, I notice it now. I heal so much slower.
That's why I'm saying them fucking peptides, bro.
Peptides?
That's what I'm saying them peptides because they like are literally from your like amino acids.
Yeah.
And so they're from your body, and like what they do is like some certain ones, you know, like the BPC 157 and then the like TB 500, like the two that I've mainly been looking at. They increase like ligament growth and bone like density and stuff, and like the TB 500 can increase muscle density by more blood flow and like random things like that. They increase like ligament like things like that, and I had the BPC 157 for when I broke my hand on my dirt bike. It's like an insulin shot. You have to like inject it like you would insulin, like near the thing. So you pinch your skin like that, and you hit it in the epidermal underneath the skin. That's the way to do it. There is pills, but it's like when it breaks down in the gut, you lose so much. It's like not worth it because it's fucking expensive. So I was doing that, bro, because my wrist was fucked up and literally fucking just feeling the difference in it and stuff. It's basically like you don't hear a lot of people talk about it because you're not allowed to do it. Like it is on the ban list for sports and shit, but it's basically like the hidden thing that like personal trainers will like have people like try for like rehabilitation and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it's
What's it called again?
they're called peptides.
Peptides.
Yeah, so the first peptide was actually insulin. Insulin is made from amino acids, and that's the first peptide to ever be actually created and then marketed. And there's another one. There's another one. I forget what it's called, but there's only two that are out. And then these other ones are peptides, but they just are not registered or they're on just banned lists for like sports. But yeah, in the downtime, bro, these competitors are definitely using peptides to like it because it doesn't enhance you during it. It enhances you to build yourself. So it's not like steroids either, where it's like putting testosterone in you. It's literally just the same thing, but just helping your muscle and tissue regrowth. Like, I gotta look it up and literally show you the facts.
Yeah, where'd you find that at?
So I have heard people like in the industry, because that's the kind of podcast I listen to, is like
Mhm.
fighters and shit like that, and like some trainers and stuff like that. And Joe Rogan always is on that kind of health tip. And so I heard different podcasts. Like I swear to God, it's such like a hidden. I think it's just it's literally like the hidden secret in like personal training. Um, I've heard them all kind of talk about it like randomly, but like not really like talk about it too much until like recently, and I didn't know what the compounds were. And exactly, like I was like peptide, da 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 da, and then I had to break and then figure out what the peptide compounds were, because I didn't even remember like what peptides were called. So then I figured that out, and then more recently you've heard Joe Rogan like talking about it like openly, like how they are, like the studies on them and stuff. And there's like clinics down there, like Ways to Wells, I think it's called, in Texas, is a clinic you can go, and because they have testosterone hormone replacement places.
TRT.
Yeah, okay, exactly. They have TRT places. It's the same thing. You go to that clinic, they test your blood to make sure that you're able to use these peptides for your regrowth. Like I wanted to use it for my neck and shit. Like I really want to get more and use it for my. I have a fractured C3 and a fractured, not now, but like a month ago. I just got out of the brace for a fractured C3 and a T7.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if anything, like, dude, they would be helping me so much. So that's why I've been strengthening my back at the gym and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to know if you ever heard about it, because it's so interesting.
Yeah, no, it does sound interesting. No, I've never heard of that.
It's like the next step. That's like, if you're like, super healthy like that and you're doing protein and stuff, it would be like the next, I would say, not enhancement, but the next thing that's like pretty much the natural thing that can have, not like SARMs or fucking, steroids. It's just a little kicker upper, I think. Yeah, I think I wanted to say earlier when you said that bull running's dangerous. I think that I've thought about this because I've always wanted to like fight, like box actually. I like MMA a lot, but like I'm just too old to learn all that shit. So I think I would just like want to do boxing, even though I love throwing high kicks, bro. We have a bag at the gym and I throw head kicks all day. I fucking just love it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get karate like that, but I don't want to get kicked in my fucking head and shit. Like
25 minutes ago, sound cut out, so we just have camera audio. So sorry for that. It's a fun vibe here with Pat. My brother just freaking popped in randomly, so that's why he teleported here all of a sudden.
Yeah, bro, I teleport and shit.
Okay, so we're about to go to the gym, but I think we're just gonna bullshit for a second. I am so sad about that. But thank you guys for being here. It's freaking been a fun time. Pat's definitely gonna be back running, get more laughs in that you guys might have missed a lot of them, but this has been a great episode nonetheless. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to do it again. So thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you had a good time, if you learned anything, if you think I'm dumb, all those things, check, apply, send it to your homies. I love you guys so much. This is an outro before we even head out. Keep that real. Yeah, so anyway. So what do you do with this? I'm just going to keep fucking running this while we're just chilling.
So
what do you do with this?
acid. You drink that. Like, I'll probably drink that here shortly. We'll finish this doobie up and then
Weird.
drink that. What that's going to do is it's going to give, it's slightly, it's got a small amount of caffeine in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a pre-workout. But it's got BCAAs in it, branched chain amino acids.
Cool, so we'll be able to go longer, stronger, harder.
Correct.
I pick heavy thing and I pick it and I lift it.
Yeah.
It is fun. It helps my clarity.
Yeah. No, it really does.
You stumbled. I thought you was gonna say clitoris.
I wouldn't say clitoris ever. I don't say that. I can't even find that word.
No, but yeah, it does help clarity like crazy. And like when I first started working out, I saw people online just saying like how much it does help, and I didn't believe it until I did like start actually working out. Yeah, and it does help your clarity like crazy, and it makes you feel way better just in normal day activities. You feel like you're motivated to work more after working out. I fuck with it so much.
Something I learned was over these past couple of years was, a self-evaluation or a self-awareness day, even just one a week, really helps me to help reevaluate who I am as a person and where I've been progressing. So like each week I like to check in. I'm through the DOC, but I've been doing it with my journal for years before this. I used to do it while I was traveling cross country. But I like to check in, and then I also like to go back and reread them or rehear or rehash what I talked about. So like each week I'll check in and I'll say, well, one of my goals for the week is, let's say, do this to do this landscaping job, right? And I'll then think about it, and I'll go back through and I post it online. I keep the pictures, and I'll look and I'll see, well, what I could have improved maybe, or and I'll rethink of not only what I could do better, but also what I've done well. And one of the number one things that I heard about with therapy was a lot of people come into therapy and complain about things. And another way to get to be a better person, for myself at least, is I go in and tell the things that I'm doing good at, so I can improve on those, and I can add those type of aspects into other avenues of my life.
You're like, yeah, I don't do nothing wrong, bitch. Let me tell you everything that's good around here.
No, but I like to talk positive things. We talked about this before early. The vibrations you put out are what you get.
Yeah.
That was like literally the beginning of the podcast.
camera did definitely catch that
Definitely
part.
caught
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely on camera.
So I mean, and so like that's one of the things that we can think about. If we go around and we tell ourselves positive things and talk about all the positive things we do, we'll notice more positive things. If we go around and say, well, my hair could be longer, my reps at the gym could be more, the weight I lift could be heavier. Okay, well, maybe I'm going to start seeing negative things in my life. Maybe I go around and say, well, I don't know if I could have. I mean, obviously I always want to improve, but man, I did really good with doing 400 burpees in an hour.
Right.
I don't know if anybody can do that. And then I feel good about myself, and then I think about all the good things that are going on, and then I start noticing, well, look, I showed up 10 minutes early for work, and I stayed an extra 10 minutes later.
Right.
And I start noticing all the good things.
Yeah, I've been showing up to where I need to be like minutes earlier, so I can feel good about myself too as well.
Yeah.
I can reflect on that, but I wanted to say, I lost my about the energy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I totally feel that. I feel like that was something that really helped me like realize how to like kind of like not control my world, but like make things better for myself. Was like if I do positive things, like positive energy comes back. So like I went through like a meditation and shit that like got me off of dope. I fucking like realized that like dope like puts you on a low vibration type shit, and so then it attracts that shit.
Yeah.
And then you're just literally in this like fucking and like hard drug addiction does that, and then but if you're not in that, obviously if you're not in that, but like just knowing that little bit of information is so crazy, and I think a lot of people don't know that. It's like you are what you eat type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seriously.
It's literally like that, like kind of. But I think it's really cool. I wanted to touch back on some shit real quick since he's here. I told you about our fucking old fitness teacher was scamming the school.
Oh, Billy Perkins. So.
Like what?
So Billy Perkins was the type when we'd come into class, he would show up 30 minutes late. Sometimes wouldn't even show up.
Okay.
Like that's not even a joke. Billy Perkins, like he was.
He looked like he was huge.
Wait, he was
Oh,
the
he was
teacher?
huge.
He was a fitness teacher.
And he wouldn't even show up.
He wouldn't even show up. Do you remember when he wouldn't even show up to class?
He was like doing detention teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
So, Gav and I, the one time, were in, what was it? That would have been 12th grade. We were in 12th grade, and we got some spice. Back then, if you were on probation, you smoked legal synthetic marijuana.
That's crazy.
At first, it wasn't crazy, but then it got crazy, and we were like smoking the crazy shit.
We were smoking the crazy
And we were
stuff.
in the,
In the
fucking-
bathroom in
in
school.
the bathroom or the locker room.
The locker room.
Before his fitness class, and we had to run a mile after it. And so we're all wonked out, bro. And just fucking out there laughing and
Spiced.
like,
Spiced out.
Yeah, and fucking literally he's probably like, these kids look like they're dead, and also laughing their ass off. And like he's like looking at us like literally this side, and like we're just paranoid as shit. You are high as fuck. Like you're almost tripping and shit.
No, yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah, and then bro, we left it in like the soap dispenser right there in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got done running the mile, just being idiots. Fucking come back into the locker, and we're like changing our clothes, and he just walks in with the Febreze thing, walk around the whole place slow, looking at everyone to like see who's guilty, like came slow scoop over us. I'm like, oh my god, don't look at him. Like I just didn't pay attention. We get called down to the office, like he gets fucking kicked out of school because they found like an empty bag or some shit.
Yeah, they found an empty spice bag for like the long incense sticks.
And yeah,
Back at Reflections, we used to know a guy that owned it. And,
Yeah. It's where Spice was the first place like legal spice got, but like it was in the UK or something, and him and one place in Ohio, that's where it hit first. And
Yeah.
he fucking, bro, he's a chill guy.
That's how Owen got on Dr. Oz.
He got hit for 1 point. Man, he was on Dr. Oz.
You didn't know Owen was on
No,
Dr. Oz?
oh what?
Yeah, Uncle Onesville was on Dr. Oz.
1.5 mil. He got hit with taxes and shit, bro. Tax evasion for all that shit.
Yeah, well, he got busted with the DA.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And our buddies that we went to school with were the ones
Pay
that
your
were
taxes.
No, they were laundering money on offshore accounts.
Shit.
He was federally indicted.
That's
Little shop in Bloomsburg. It was a wild time, bro. So
No, well, look at DNR. DNR Sporting Goods was a little shop in Bloomsburg selling guns to Russians.
I forgot about.
bro. Is that
Wasn't-
literally the place I used to go and there
Yeah,
was that
DNR.
fucking game in there? Or am I tripping? I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna pass out. Why'd I think about that like last night?
DNR, yeah. No.
What? Yes.
Dude, I used to go in, I know DNR.
That's
very well.
insane.
I know, yeah.
Coincidences are crazy because the stars is lined up. Bro.
So, and it's also, you got to think about, Bloomsburg had a lot of people like that. Like,
What's that one guy? That one guy got shot, bro, for being in the.
Frank Spencer.
Yeah, dude.
Frank Spencer
fucked
got
up.
got shot by Maria Sanuti. I won't say her last name Spencer because she wasn't. Frank Spencer was a really good guy.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
And
Got shot for some shit.
yeah, and so her dad Rocco got out of prison and shot him. He was a hitman for the.
I don't know if we should be talking about this actually. Yeah, but I'm just gonna maybe bleep those names. Yeah, I'm bleeping those names. But I mean, honestly, it's in the news. But it's on the news. But he's fucking.
I'm not scared of.
Wait.
I'm not scared of him. He's doing
scared of
life
shit
in
either.
jail.
Jail though, he got busted for that.
Dude, Maria would piss her pants in jail. I was in jail with Maria. This was back when I
Really?
first went to jail. Yeah, she'd piss her pants. They'd leave her in her pissy pants, standing in line, in the med line.
What did
yeah.
she do? She shot him? Or
Dude,
what is it?
what? You don't know this?
I don't know the story exactly, and
So
people
you-
probably don't know it.
So Brandon knew Frank really well, right?
Oh, really?
And then
Didn't know that.
and then my dad knows Frank really
Uh-huh,
well, and then
okay.
Penny knew Frank really well.
Damn.
So during that time, I've known Frank all my life.
Holy shit! I
You know-
never knew him.
Do you remember Brandon's Mustang?
Yeah.
He bought that off of Frank Spencer.
Okay.
I used to go out there and look at the cars with Brandon at Frank. Remember, Frank owned the car lot going out of town.
Yeah. So Frank owned a car lot on the outside of this town, and
So Frank looked like a bull. Okay, let me give you an idea of what Frank looked like. Frank was about 5'9", 5'8", and he was probably 250, 260 pounds. His forearms looked like a man who'd been wrenching on cars all of his life. His forearms looked like most men's
Jacked.
biceps.
damn.
He was a solid man all the way through. His biceps were even bigger, his shoulders even stronger. So the man was an ox, and he was a hard laborer. Now, he was known for bar fights. He was known for being savvy with fighting, and he was a tough man to fight. He was a small town guy, and he was a tough man to fight.
And I heard he was a really good guy. Literally everyone I've ever talked about him said he's a great guy.
Solid stand-up guy. Used to go to Millville. I mean, Millville is a town of 1,000 people, maybe. And he'd go to the baseball games and sit there and cheer for his kids like he's watching a major league game.
So what happened?
So he has a divorce, and it's a contentious divorce with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
The custody battles, which is one of the number one ways people die in America, actually, believe it or not, are custody battles.
Holy crap.
And so his wife starts telling him that she's gonna kill him.
What the fuck?
And then she burns down his girlfriend's house.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro.
So then she starts telling people, they dubbed her the Black Widow, I guess. She starts telling people at work that she's going to kill him. She leaves messages on his phone. I'm literally going to kill you. That's what she says. That's how she gets busted doing this. So her dad gets out of jail, who ends
Makes
up being,
sense.
who did years, I think, for something and had loose affiliations with a crime family.
Yeah.
And came in and shot him.
Holy shit. Like I heard he just like opened his door and he shot him in the face or something.
No, even better. So they had
Okay.
a
I
they had
wouldn't say
a,
better, but
they had a sniper's nest.
No.
So Frank, yeah.
the fuck?
What? So Frank
That's crazy.
lives up a dirt road, kind of, right behind where his
fuck?
right behind where his business is, kind of, really close to it. So the guy sat across the street in a tower, in a homemade sniper
Rocco
scoop.
did?
Rocco did.
Holy fuck shit.
Shot him once with a rifle. This is proven by ballistics.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Frank, being the ox that he is, gets shot and drags himself into the kitchen.
Bro, what the fuck was going through bro's mind? He just
Rocco
randomly
comes
gets shot,
down.
dude.
Rocco comes down and shoots him with a small caliber pistol.
Holy fuck, bro.
because he was scared to death to shoot him with a pistol close up because they would have known Frank would have killed him.
Dude,
Frank took a bullet and still lived.
that's crazy.
Frank was the type to take a couple bullets and live, but
That's
they probably
crazy.
I think the second one was in the head. Frank was the type of guy that you could shoot.
You could shoot this motherfucker at least 6 times. He's tried. That's he sounds
And I'll
crazy.
pick up on that even more later on after we're done here. But there's more about Frank.
Yeah.
That we
damn.
knew. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I knew
They
Frank.
can't really say.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I knew Frank.
He sounds like John Wick kind of. Dude.
Frank was the John Wick of Bloomsburg. Oh,
So
so was. Do you remember the guy over in Catawissa?
Yo, rest in peace, Frank Spencer.
Yeah,
for real.
Frank
for real.
Spencer. Yeah, rest in peace, Frank Spencer. And sorry to the family. I think.
Yeah,
his-
for real.
Yeah,
But what you said?
Do you remember there was a guy that got caught with 300 kilos in Bloomsburg too?
No.
Of cocaine.
Of
Yeah.
coke? Jesus Christ.
He has a giant. His monster truck is Thunder Chicken.
That was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
What?
that was him.
What?
Yeah. You
Like
didn't know
like
that?
what?
No way. I've
know-
seen that truck growing
Yeah.
up like
all
my
the time.
life,
Thunder
yeah.
Chicken. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I
He
guess
would.
Yeah, I guess he got caught with like 300 kilos.
Where was he coming back from? Mexico
Somebody
or
said
something?
Japan or something crazy. Yeah.
From Japan.
Or something crazy. Yeah.
Bro, what? That's crazy. Dude, that's so nuts. That's some good
Yeah.
math.
Yeah, so so that's like the little story of Bloomsburg. Bloomsburg's always been like that. Actually, believe it or not, in the '90s, Bloomsburg, Buckhorn, Pennsylvania, was the #1 place on Interstate 80 to get a prostitute.
No way.
Buckhorn, Pennsylvania, was the #1 place in the '90s.
What the fuck, Buckhorn? We need to get back to the good old days. Make Buckhorn great again. I swear about it.
That's why there was the Tiki Lounge and the. And
I know about the Tiki Lounge. It's
and
the.
the Stone Castle Motel right across from it.
It was Sophie's. It was a
Sophie's
swinger club.
No,
Basically.
Mustang Sally's was.
No, Sophie's was a Tiki
Kinda,
Lounge. Was
yeah.
a swinger club
But
too,
they-
right?
you
Because you
go-
could fuck in there and shit.
Well, you couldn't.
Oh, I thought
They
you were
were
allowed to
selling
fuck
it.
in there.
No, yeah, well, you were allowed. Yeah, kind of, basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's just how it was. That's how our area is. That's how our area is. Like,
Paranoid as shit.
that's how like the Tiki
It's so
Lounge
funny.
was.
Like, there's just some crazy energy there. Maybe back from, who knows, whether they fucking were having brothels at the Stone Age or whatever. It just kept the energy, you know.
The sex energy.
I just seen the whole I don't know.
No, but I mean,
There's a lot of bustle there.
You do realize northeastern
energy.
Pennsylvania is infamous.
For Jesse James, right? Too.
No, Russell
Crowe.
Russell Bufaliano.
Who's that?
He was
Buffiano.
Bufaliano.
This sounds a Bufaliano. I
I
fucking
can't
love that.
pronounce it
I love that
'cause
name.
I'm high.
Sounds good.
But
Bufaliano.
he's the one that found Sonny. He's the one that they made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Bronx Tale off of.
Yeah. I didn't see it. You mentioned it.
I
earlier.
know,
Fuck,
but
I need to watch that
you
shit.
did, right?
No, he probably never
So,
seen it. He's
okay,
a fucking
so-
bum.
Russell is like
I never seen the movie.
they call him the Quiet Don. He was the Don of Scranton.
Okay, so yeah,
'Cause a lot of
Sonny
the-
listening. For people who don't know, he might not know who's Sonny listening. He was the Fed, right? In undercover, or he was undercover for one of the families.
No, Sonny was a made man. So a made man is somebody who basically earns a level of respect where they just can't be killed.
Sonny listening. Damn,
That's not Sonny. I don't think it's last name.
I think it was.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't know though. I want to look him up. But go on. Yeah,
Here,
so
let's
that's
see.
crazy. Oh yeah, I thought this was his phone.
No,
Yeah, dude. It's so much bustle for a little place too, because the college brings in so much shit. Like these fools the other freaking weekend literally seen some people lighting off fireworks on the main street.
Yeah, bro. Was right next to him.
Bro, lighting off mortars on Main Street. Pat, like what the hell? Like they're just in Bloom hanging out and then he's doing it.
That's Russell.
Oh yeah. Russell Bufalino.
Bufaliano.
Bufalino
He's Italian.
was Italian mobster who became the crime boss of the northeastern Pennsylvania Italian-American mafia crime family known as the Bufaliano crime family,
Yeah.
which he ruled from 1959 to 1994. He was a cousin of the attorney William Bufaliano, the long-time counsel for Jimmy Hoffa. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
from
crazy.
northeastern Pennsylvania. He's from Scranton.
He was a part of the freaking what do they call those? In work you have those unions. Yeah, they were part of the Union Busters. Yeah, they were the union guys.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Have you seen that movie on Netflix about it? The Irishman?
No, I mean no.
No?
I haven't seen The Irishman.
Bro, it's about that where they, because they never found his body. They never found
Jimmy's.
Yeah, Body. It's about that. It like speculates and shit what happened at the end. It's literally about him, like about that whole story with the unions and all that shit. It's so good, bro. Yeah, it's fire as fuck, bro. You gotta watch that shit. I'm gonna watch The Bronx Tale tonight.
They didn't find the body because all those guys own construction companies. And
Yeah. You think it's in a barrel somewhere or some shit?
that's what they say across the bridge.
Yo, I don't know where they say. You've been in here, I know. Yeah, I don't. Allegedly.
Allegedly, they say it's near like a public access spot in a barrel. There's a barrel, 50
Public
gallons.
access spot.
Well, that's how they found Keith. Remember Black Keith?
They
Freddie
found
Keith?
him in a barrel.
They found him in a barrel with his face burned off down in Philly.
I didn't know they found him in a barrel. I knew that. Yo, rest
You
in
didn't know that?
Yo, rest in peace, Black Keith. I did not know they. I thought they found him burned. I didn't know he was in a barrel.
I thought he was in a barrel. I thought he was in a barrel.
I don't know, but still, that shit's crazy. Cause
It chopped up in something.
They
I don't
never
if
know
was a
how it
barrel. I think I
happened.
assumed
Fucking
it was a
rest in
barrel.
peace, Keith. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy. He was just fucking like a gangster ass dude into some wrong shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He
Yeah.
was he was a hippie kid in some gangster shit that he bit off more than he could chew on.
Definitely.
Feel bad for him.
Kilos probably were involved in shit
what
of
they said,
powder and shit.
That's what they
Yeah,
said, yeah.
that's crazy as fuck. But yeah, dude, let's switch up that fucking vibe.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. No, well, we're just talking about. So
I know, I'm just fucking playing around.
That's-
wait.
that's what Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a
It's
hardened area.
hard, dude. That's what we were saying earlier too. It's darker over here.
factories,
New
yeah,
York,
it's
people
different.
are born and bred harder on this side of the fucking country. It's true.
How the fuck you making it? North side.
We're East Coast. We're northeast, I guess. You gotta put an NE.
Northeast. Add a fucking finger there, dude.
Both said it a finger. We had to go to an alternative school together once we got kicked out. He got kicked out for the smoking the spice, right? The next day, or something like that. I got kicked out for kissing my girlfriend at the time because we weren't allowed to do any of that shit. Yeah, and so but they knew I was smoking in there. Like they knew what we were doing, so they were just like, "This is for that." So I got sent to alternative with him, and we were in the back smoking spice out of the vans. The dude would let us keep the windows open and then smoke cigarettes.
We used to be like, we'd be like, yo,
Bro.
we smoke weed, we smoke spice.
Can we smoke a cigarette? Yeah, he's an old guy. He let us smoke cigarettes,
Dude,
bro.
we asked the one time remember the clipboard so we could bust down pills.
Oh my God!
He'd go to
Oh,
the
I
bed.
forgot that. I think we did an Adderall or something.
Told him that what you were doing?
No, we were like, no, we were just like,
No, we passed it up front so Tim could sniff it right next to him.
bro,
Tim
I
Hortons.
forgot about that.
No!
Oh my fuck!
Bro, we used to do whatever.
I was like, bro, how's this going? Because he was like, old as shit. Like, I don't know if he even should have been driving those
Dude,
vans.
we
is
got-
the thing.
Oh, I
like,
got caught stealing in Walmart the one time, and one of our buddies, I'll tell you who after we're off camera, because
give him a fake name. I like fake names. No, you can't. Don't.
LV. That's what that's.
Okay.
You know who it is?
Yeah, I know. But go on.
Dude, it's only so many people can be LV.
I'd have to think too hard. I want to hear the story.
Okay. So we're out at Walmart, and allegedly there used to be people that used to scam way back before people were scamming and like steal stuff, and like you could cut around wires and stuff and take stuff out. So we're running around, and the one guy recognizes that we're stealing, and he stops me. And LV runs out to the car and goes out and grabs an airsoft gun. But it looks like a real gun and comes in and holds it up
What?
and says, "You're not going to take it," and we got the cops called on us.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I had
Were
to
you guys there? Like these?
he was 17. He was like, I was 17. He was probably 16. Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Dude, you stayed there for the cops or you made it away?
Fuck no, I ran.
Yeah, okay, that's why I thought.
I ran all the way down to, Foxtail.
Uh-huh.
I made it all the way down to that covered bridge down there before the
Damn.
cops got there in
What
just a couple
the
minutes.
fuck?
I don't know how I ran that fast.
Dude, that's
I ran all
crazy.
the way from Walmart. Dude, I was a kid. I just ran.
Yeah, for real.
I just ran.
When the cops are chasing you, you can run so fast.
So fast, dude.
This reminds
I
me of that
couldn't
one
stop.
story where I was chased so hard by the cops, which I fucking have said. I don't know if I've said it on air before, but I don't even know if you really know it because you weren't there. But we were at the town park smoking weed and shit. Like me, Beef, Billy, like Caleb, Sean, TJ. I think TJ actually I don't think was there. But we're at the park just rolling up at the pavilion, one of the pavilions, bro.
Yeah.
And like, because that's what we do after school and shit. And we're hanging out, and like Beef like here's you can pull down into the pavilion from the road.
Oh,
up
I know
there.
which one you're at.
Yeah, and Beef fucking
Down by
kinda,
Lagoon.
exactly. And Beef hears like a car kind of going on that road, and he's just jokingly like, "Cops!" And it was a fucking cop. And he fucking pulls right down there. We have all this shit on the table. I didn't have none of that shit was mine, so I just fucking just left shit and walked. But you see like all the homies just grab shit, put it in their bag, just stand up and like trying to act cool, like we were already walking away. Dude, we fucking walk. we walk like 20 feet forward. He like pulls up into the park, cuts us off with his car, and like mistakes me for fucking Tommy Gaines, or is just trying to get me to talk to him. Tommy? I'm like, what the fuck? No, dude, I think I saw him that way, literally. Like,
No,
oh, you
dude,
just
he's
missed
over
him,
there.
yeah. And he's like, oh, wait, what are you guys doing? You gotta call out people smoking weed in here. There's so many fucking people at the park that day. It was fucking crazy. I was like afterwards, after this whole thing, I was thinking, why the fuck were we smoking weed in the park that day? It was so packed. So he's like, okay, he gets out of the car. We're all just standing like a half circle around him, kind of, in the, like, at the end of the car. He's like, what are you guys doing, dog? We heard people were smoking weed down here. We're like, no. He's like, all right, I'm gonna need you guys to put your hands on the hood. And like in the middle of that sentence, I'm like just fucking literally this whole time waiting to see if someone takes off and runs, so we can all break. No one does, and I'm like, bro, I'm not putting my hands on this hood. So I fucking boom, dart off.
I'm the one.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta do it.
I
Dude.
gotta be
So
the one.
I fucking darted left, bro, towards the little creek there.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot the key part. We just had fucking bought a bunch of shrooms.
No, you did. You told me this.
Oh,
You had
okay.
shrooms in your pocket.
Yeah, we bought a bunch of shrooms, and so we each had like an eighth in our pocket. And so I take off running, dude, and like I was told afterwards that like Billy stood there and watched. I juked my back at the perfect time, so he tried to grab my neck, and I juked him, bro, and he didn't
No
get
way.
it. And Billy's like, dude, I don't even know how you knew he was about to grab you. You juked him so perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what? Yo, rest in peace, Bill. And I fucking ran to the creek, and I was running as fast as I could, bro. I fucking was like, oh my God. Like, it was like 10 feet across, dude. I jumped
I
it
know.
bank to fucking bank, bro. I was like, what the fuck? After I landed it flat to flat, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I turn around and see the cop like skid to a stop on the other side because he knew he couldn't jump it, bro.
No way.
I swear to
That's
God,
crazy.
I'm like, I pull the shrooms out of my pocket, shove them in my fucking mouth, just running through the park, fucking toss the empty bag in a garbage bin, fucking running through the park. I get to the road there that splits the park in half. Fucking, I look behind me, I see the cop just rip the garbage bag out of the bin, just starts looking for it like I threw drugs or something.
No
Swear
way.
to God, bro. I see
Yo.
like 2 more cop cars. I'm chomping on these fucking shroomies. My fucking mouth is so dry, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what the fuck? This sucks really bad right now.
Yeah.
So I fucking just go into the bathroom, sit in there, because I'm like, all right, I don't have anything on me. I'll just go fucking sit in here and fucking clean these out of my teeth real quick, you know? So I'm sitting in there. They come in. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, just chilling. He's like, why are you running? I was like, oh, I'm scared. And he's like, oh, they want to talk to you down at the
Police station.
Yeah, police station. I was like 16, 17, so I was like, all right. So they handcuff me, take me to the police station, put me in a fucking room by myself, interrogation room. Bro, I'm like sitting in there, just like feel these dissolving in my stomach, just like, oh my God. Like fucking literally looking at a tissue box, and then just like, I'm just like, holy shit, thinking about like, this is fucking crazy. And I'm like, but they don't have anything on me. I'm good, right? I'm good. I'm like, just in my head, you know? Then all of a sudden I see the tissue box fucking pattern. Just the vines just start fucking growing, bro. Like literally moving on the box, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm in the police station. He comes in like telling me like, we found fucking a pipe and all this shit behind a tree. We know it's yours. I'm like, no, it's not. I never had any of that shit. Prove it. It's not mine, dude. Like I had a pack of fucking cigarettes on me. And he's like, he's like, no, we know it's yours. We're gonna fucking da-da-da. He's just like saying all this shit, trying to threaten me. And like this whole time I'm tripping nuts, and I keep doing this like, bro, nuh-uh, I swear to God I didn't have anything on me. Realize how hard I'm tripping, sit back down. I'm like, oh fuck, I am tripping balls, dude. Yeah, and I do it like 3 times. On the 3rd time I'm like, bro, if I sit back down right now, he's gonna think something's weird.
Yeah.
And so I was just like,
So
wait.
just kept
I was like,
sitting
you
up.
don't have me with shit. What are you am I arrested? What the fuck's going on here? And like the person that I was under the custody of at that time fucking was there to pick me up, and he didn't give a shit. And so he was just like, oh, I was at the bar. Like, where do you want to get dropped off? But I just realized that. I was like, what? Like, am I arrested right now? And he's like, no, we're going to send you papers in the mail for the stuff we found. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, dude. And then that dude fucking was like, yeah, I'm going to the bar. Where do you want me to drop you off? And I'm like, bro, you have no idea what the fuck just happened. Like, I'm freaking out, tripping balls in the car. He drops me off at Chris Cameron's house. Curly's sitting on the fucking porch with Wes. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You have no idea the trip I just fucking had. Like, and it was nuts. I never got fucking booked for shit.
Good.
And it was sick. I don't recommend that shit, though. That was terrible. But the cops, you know,
Yeah.
fucking shouldn't have been doing that shit.
Fuck the police.
Whoop, whoop. Yo, for real. But no, dude, it was so funny. And then that's the only time I realized that adrenaline, dude, when I jumped that shit,
dude.
I was like, whoa.
Yo, your adrenaline is kicking crazy, yeah.
Dude, he experienced that recently for the first time. Fucking things we can't talk about. But
Things you can't talk about.
being a little young kid.
And bloom. First time.
Yeah, literally.
You
Like,
got bloomed up, dude.
he's never. Yeah, I was like,
You
bro,
got
that's.
bloomed
I was
up.
like, yeah, it's.
Look at hooligan shit.
Straight up.
I was like,
Hooligan shit.
for real.
My sister caught her first charge for having stolen property.
Oh my god. Well, I threw all mine away.
Yo.
Catch me now, PD.
Catch me now.
Bro, someone he know allegedly that he was with, tell him, bro.
Nah.
Too
Why?
fresh.
Too
Nah,
fresh?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Fresh.
Oh, man. What's allegedly? No one, no names.
Like someone he knows. Like, allegedly in blue one time.
Well, you're the one that keeps dropping a location. I'm fucking saying, I said you, I said you've been a hooligan. Okay, whatever. We won't talk about it. But imagine you're such a piece of fucking shit, because I know this person too. You're such a little asshole that you accidentally fucking end up with a package and it's just women's clothes. Like, what the fuck? Not him, but like someone like that I fucking know is being a Bloom hooligan out there. They're only like 17 though.
Oh,
yeah.
ripping.
Huh?
Ripping boxes.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, you guys are. I would beat the shit out of you. Not
Yeah.
you guys, but I was like, I would beat the shit out of you. I know. That's I didn't do shit. I'm clarifying. I swear to God.
What? And then people got cops called on him.
No, he didn't. But he like joked about it to me. He sent me a snap, and I know he just like kind of fucking started posting up in Bloom sometimes. And I was like, so he sends me snaps of him being fucking a Bloom hooligan, literally. And I'm like, bro. Like, what the? I'm like, okay, I understand you're fucking a minor, so you're not going to get really busted, but that's a dickhead move. And he's just such a fucking hooligan, you know? Just like we were earlier, dude. I hope I have it on camera where Pat was trying to say that the teachers hated us because our friendship.
Oh, yo, dude, I was so I'm like, no, Gab, the teachers hate us because we are good friends.
I'm like, Pat, it had nothing to do with us throwing food, smelling like weed every day.
I was like,
fucking
no, we just show up a little late, but we are good friends. That's what they
trolling
didn't like.
teachers before trolling was a word, bro. Like, bro.
And then we started talking.
Bro, yes, and that's he's like, let's lay down 5 things. He's like, no, he hated us because we were all really good friends
Yeah.
and a gang. Like, nah, dude,
No, because we used to be real bad in school, like
It's-
real bad. Yeah.
it was good times. We were talking about how that's
Yeah.
just kids. It's like fucking kids teaching kids, basically. If you think about it, kind of like how I told you before the philosophy that your parents are kind of just like, if depending how young they are, it's just like a kid fucking raising a kid. You know, my mom definitely was like a child raising a child, so like I
Yeah.
give her all the grace on that and things that she wasn't able to do for me, but she did her fucking best, you know. And so it's like when you realize that's kind of like the teachers too, like we said it earlier, fucking kids teaching kids, like they get paid like shit. They don't even want to be there, and then they got little assholes like you showing up and saying, yo, what is it? The vape guy.
What?
The vape guy. Do the vape. Do the
No. What?
No, who's the Yorty guy? That was fucking Yodi. Yodi gang!
Fulcrum. Coming in. I can't even.
I know, I forget, but that's like what you were on, I sort of got in school. Hitting vapes. Like, they're hitting vapes in the back of class. Like, fucking, like, bro, like,
blinkers.
bro.
Fucking blow it into the bottom, like under the carpet or something.
It's funny. It's like us, but it's like a futuristic.
We were just doing a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
Saz would always come in with like perks and shit.
Dude,
Dude, I did
my first trip was from him, but go on.
I did Adderall right off the table.
In the back of the science class, yeah.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were always ripping lines. Dude, I'd be ripping lines all the time, right in class.
Bro, Sauce is the first one. Like, the first thing I ever tripped on was 2CI. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Bro, that shit was so good. It's like such a clean like roll and acid trip, bro. And it was the first thing I ever tripped on. And I got it from Sauce. It was a research chemical at the time. It was banned after that. Can't get anymore. It's so good. It was so beautiful. Curly shows up. You might not know this story. Curly I found an e-pill for free. I forget how the fuck I did this. It was like, or no, someone traded me for a dub or something. And I was like, Curly never rolled before. He wanted to, try an e-pill. And I had done it just once before with like fucking Jabate and fucking Dylan.
Yeah.
And we just like were raving in his room. Jabate's like room, like fucking shit for like listening to like techno for hours. And then Curly was like, dude, I want to try it. So I found one from doing this fucking trade. And then I had the 2CI at the same time. So I was like, dude, let's fucking like just hang out and trip together and shit. And he's like, for our first time, we're like, cool. And I'm like, but I'm going to be at my Graham's house in Catawissa. I'm like, you want to come there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Sauce, dude.
Bro, we fucking... My Graham lived out in the woods, out in the wilderness, you know, like a big fields around here, bro. So I remember we took it like right before we left, and like on the way there, it started like hitting me, and I kind of started seeing like the clouds look like they were like gonna rain. Like I don't know, it was weird, bro. And I was like tripping out really for a second, quick. and like then started saying weird shit I thought to my gram, and because Krill tells me, he's like, bro, when you were talking to your gram on the way here, I swear to God, you were about to fucking give it up, bro. Like, he was like, you were being weird as fuck for a second. And I was like, bro, I know, that's why I just stopped talking. I was like, holy shit. But because it was like your first experience of just that, and it's so clean, just felt like you were just completely there, no body, nothing, just fucking literally like a nice roll and just like super clean like out. And so we get to my grams, and like we're just out in the field, just like running around. Like the grass looks like it's like growing on 2CI. It's so sick. Like you put a glow stick on it, and the grass literally looks like it's like gonna grab it. Like it's just crazy as shit. And like my gram calls me while we're out there. I swear to God, we thought she knew. I swear to God, to this day, I think she knows we were tripping, or just high or something. I don't know, but she calls me to have like one of them set up an Xbox for him or freaking Keegan. And I'm like, oh shit, me and Krill go in there. It is like fucking rocket science. I'm like in the back, just like with it, AV cords, like red, fucking yellow, white AV cords, just like, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, and I finally like bring my brain together and do it. And then my Graham's like, be careful out there for the fences. And I'm like, all right. And so we go outside, and all I see is just like those thin fences in front of me and shit. I swear to God, like we were like, because we're just like running through the field, and then I randomly think there's like a wire fence. I'm like, so like running with my hands out, bro. We're just Krill just rolling his dick off. Like such a funny time, bro. Those first times are crazy. Yeah, literally me just. I was like, bro, what the fuck? It was so fun. But yes, Saz fucking sold that to me in school, in the back of the science class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
I
there was
looked
shit
it up
going
and everything. It was like, oh yeah, it sounds safe. I'll do it.
Yeah, there was always shit going on down in school.
Yeah, it's crazy. Good times. Well, you guys want to hit the gym? Yeah. Sorry. I wanted to get a little bit more in there for us.
Sheets.
Dude, don't make me edit shit, bro. You will edit this shit.
I'm allowed to say I'm scamming sheets.
Okay, we're just gonna turn the topic here.
I'm allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to say that. I gave no. Allegedly, I scammed the fuck out of them. Allegedly.
We're making this super difficult on me. It fucking is terrible.
Actually, I'm just making it longer so you could cut out more of a section. It'd be easier. Then you don't have to look as long to cut out. Here, I'll say it again.
Okay, no, you got Bro, I'm gonna bleep this shit. Okay.
So how?
Wait, no. Okay. Next time, tune back in to see what he was talking about, bleeped, and maybe you'll see the process of how he's.
Punch made dev, but sheets.
Okay, that's enough of a hint. Again, I love you, Pat. This has been so fun. I'm so glad you fucking just randomly got in here. Hopefully we saved a little bit of this, and now it's a good time at the end as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is another outro. That means 2 fucking outros in this bitch. We're not playing games, bro. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself. I hope to see you back here, and I love you. Thank you, guys. Peace.
This summer,
No.
world, there's 2 outros.
Okay, cause even when we decline it, I'ma make sure all your wallets see that we've been living deep inside the altar. I mix the magic with the focus, got a funny feeling we all might just prosper. I gotta keep it dapper, damn, just a little bit of cool, calm and proper. Can't be caught up like Spider-Man, swinging around in a wrong verse. I can't hear what a critic's saying, they don't listen to our songs first.